I called a suicide hotline today. I'm not going to kill myself. I just wanted to talk to someone I think has a worse job than I do. It's not a job. It's actually a volunteer opportunity. My bad. And the people who volunteer for that do so because they have attempted suicide at one point in their lives themselves. So I was like, ugh. But I was like, that makes sense. Those who can't do. I don't know. First joke, get on board. Let's keep going. I've lived in New York for 20 years. I've moved 18 times. The city is dehumanizing. Brutal. This last place I'm in, my landlord made me go on a face-to-face interview with him to get the place. Like with first date questions and everything, only I was the only one getting fucked, right? This guy, at one point, he asked me if I was Jewish. I was like, what the fuck? Like, dude, I could sue you for asking me that. And he's like, wonderful, you're Jewish. So, all right, cool. I am Jewish. I didn't just lie to get the apartment. But lying to get property is kind of what Jews do. So, win-win. All right, keep it cool. Don't talk about Israel. Keep it cool. Do not bring it up. Do not bring it up. I live in that apartment with my boyfriend, which is cool because we're a double income household. But I do earn both of those. He is poor. He is poor and stupid. A very dumb man, but I do love him. That is what I say. I say it all the time. I kind of have to. There are some things you say on cocaine you can't take back. You gotta keep saying it or you're a drug addict. And he does that thing too where I'll tell him I love him and he'll be like, I love you more. I'm like, ugh, I know. Stat bringing it up. You're bumming me out. Is anyone in love in here? Just by woo? A couple quiets. All right, weird ride home for some of you. Once you start saying I love you to somebody, that is how you end every conversation, is by saying I love you. You cannot say goodbye. Goodbye it sounds like you're saying go fuck yourself, right? So I'll be leaving my house, to get away from him. And I'll have to do the thing or I'm like, okay, I'm going, I love you. All right? And then I'll go, and then God forbid I forget something and I have to go back in and do that again. I'm just I forgot my headphones. Okay, I love you. It's oh my God, I can't believe I have to lie every time I leave my house. Don't feel bad for him. Don't feel bad for him, you guys. He's heard these jokes and he laughs and laughs because he doesn't get them, so. It's fine. I'll probably marry him. I don't know. I give up. Like I said, I've lived in New York for 20 years, so I've already fucked all of you. Not individually, obviously, but in general. You know what I mean? I get it. I know what you're up to. There is this girl's oh no, I fucked. She's remember when we? I do remember. It's just, there's like nothing any of you in here could do in bed that would surprise me. I promise you. Like, I was once having sex with this guy, and in the middle of it, he started barking like a dog. Oh, do you know Dave? Oh, no, okay. But he thought he was being sexy. He was like that. He was like, and I was just like, oh my God, like, I can't believe he trusted me with that. I'm gonna run straight to a microphone with that shit. You kidding me? Thank you so much. I'm gonna coast off of this for a decade. And I didn't know what to do either, you know, because I'm used to fucking people. Like, I'm like, wait, what's the fantasy playing out? A girl gets fucked by a dog? Is that what we're doing, you know? I was like, how do I make this not some bestiality thing, you know? And he's like in me, so I gotta think quick. So I'm like, maybe it's not bestiality if I'm also a dog? But like a smaller one? So I'm sitting there trying to find the courage to be like, I don't know, like, bark. I don't know, but you know when you're fucking a dude and he's barking like a dog, and it's your turn to bark and you can't? She's shaking her head no. I didn't know what to do either, so I just ended up dating him for 6 months. And then he moved to LA. They're not all fairy tales. They're not all fairy tales. Do you guys like dirty talk? A couple yes, and the rest of you, ooh, and a whistle. He likes a dirty whistle. He's like, listen up, honey, the choo-choo's coming. We're gonna run a train. A couple people were vocal about it. Some of you were silent, which means you also like dirty talk. But you like it how I like it, where it's like, yes, but you do it. I love dirty talk. I hate to reciprocate it. I think it's so embarrassing. Like, I think the worst thing you could say to me in bed is, what? No, we will not be repeating whatever that was. You should have heard me the first time, Grandpa. We will not be trying that again, because it can go so wrong, you know what I mean? Like, you can't have it, like, super scripted, or then it's, like, too predictable, and you have to be banging someone who can read. You know, it just can go so wrong. Like, I was once having sex with this guy, and we get to the end of our show, let's call it. And he leans in, and he goes, where do you want me to come? And I was like, fuck, I have to pick. Fuck. Oh, I make a million decisions in a day. You couldn't even pick dinner, you know? And they make it seem like it's some romantic gesture. Like I get to choose, you know, like chivalry ain't dead, you know? Here comes Sir Lancelot, like, where would you like my jizz, milady? You know, and I was just like, oh my God, what is it, Valentine's Day again? I get to pick? What is this? Is this what's left of my woman's right to choose? And it's not like they're giving you a lot of time to decide, you know. You can't be like, can I sleep on it? But you will. You will. Here's why it's a bullshit question, is by the time a guy asks, where do you want me to come? They already know where they want to come. They just want, men, okay. Listen up, men. These women are all like, yes. They know it. They just want you to say it so that way they don't get in trouble. And you could ask me a million times. I'm not going to say the face, okay? No, I don't know if anyone in here is doing the face. I call shenanigans on the face. I don't believe in it. I've slept with enough men to know that most of you are not making it to the face. A lot of dribblers out there. It's like trying to get to one of those broken water fountains where you're like, I think it's coming out. It's like, oh, you want to come on my face? Great. Now I gotta like climb on down there, stick my face right up to the tit like a puppy looking for the nipple. Just, good job, honey, you did it. So where do you want me to come? I don't know. How about the trash can? I'll bring it right to you. We can save that jizz a 9-month trip. That's a dumpster baby joke, not an abortion joke, Brooklyn. And that joke, I carry the baby to term, then I give birth to it, then I throw it out in the trash. My joke, my choice. I have to get out of here. One more thing, though. I'm from Arizona, so I've done cocaine with my dad. I love cocaine. I haven't had fun the last 40 or 50 times I've done it. But I cannot say no to it. You know, you could offer it to me on a spinning bike tire. I'd be like, I got it. It's coming back around. It's coming back. I didn't mean to do coke with my dad. That was kind of a Thanksgiving miracle. I was home for the holidays, and I was snooping through my mom's old closet. My parents are divorced, like all of yours. And she left a lot of really cool stuff behind. She was out in a real rush. So I was looking around, and I find this coke mirror that hadn't been there before. And I know it was a Coke mirror because it was huge and it was covered in Coke. So I'm not just gonna walk away. I start doing gummers off of it. Like, I'm just like, waste not, want not, you know? Like, I'm like, like it's my last day in Los Angeles. And I'm like going to town on this mirror. My dad catches me, shows up in the closet doorway, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm busted, right? And then I'm like, wait, no, you're busted. Like, you're the one who raised a daughter who's licking a cocaine mirror, like, et tu, dada? And he was like, he's like, fuck, Myka, you like cocaine? I'd be like, yeah, everybody does. And then he surprised me. He's like, well, do you want to do some? And I'm like, no, just give me some. Like, we're not gonna do some. You know, that's like fucking grimy. Because you know when you're doing coke regular style, not with your dad? You're at a bar and you're getting all yacked out. You start saying crazy shit you would never say if you were sober. You know, going up to strangers being like, you know, I was a virgin when I graduated high school. Now I only fuck professional hockey players. Or like, whatever's your truth, right? Oh, but he's like being super insistent. He's like, the first round's free. I'm like, fine. So next thing you know, he and I are raking lines on the poker table that counts as a dinner table when you're a divorced dad. And sure enough, we start having that cokey conversation. It was so awkward, right? It's just like line after line, like... Remember, Mom? The fuck was that about? All right, you guys, I'm Myka Fox. Thank you very much.
This is very exciting. It's nice and packed and crowded. I don't see any masks. How do we feel about the pandemic? Probably kind of waning over, maybe, even though it's a little anxiety-provoking. But here's the thing. I feel like even if it sort of like goes away, we're not going to get like a day where it ends and we can all go, oh, it's over. Thank God it's finally over, you know? And I think we need that. In history, America has gotten that, and it's been very helpful and sort of cathartic. Like World War II, the Nazis surrendered. Let's give it up for the Nazis surrendering, guys. Thanks. Just a wonderful, cheap ploy to get applause. And just check out, you know, who people are if they're not clapping. So the Nazis surrender. We have VE Day, Victory in Europe Day. Everybody goes to Times Square, and they're celebrating, and there's a ticker tape parade, and everything's going on, and the government was like giving a nurse to every soldier to kiss. It was like, you get a nurse, and they were all like, yay. So then that happens, and everybody was like, oh, it's over, we move on, you know? And we need that. We need a VC day, like a victory over COVID day. We all go to Times Square. Everybody's there with masks. And they go, 1, 2, 3. And we rip our masks off, you know? And everybody's like breathing on each other and spitting in each other's mouths and kissing and fucking. And I want an orgy in Times Square. That's what I want. Thank you. And so now somebody didn't clap for the Nazis surrendering or the orgy. Sir, no. So I've started a Kickstarter for the orgy, and it's www.orgyintimesquare.org.orgy.gov, because I want the government to pay for it. I want a government-funded fuckfest in Times Square. Thank you. Great. So now you know a little about me. No, I don't really trust the government necessarily, implicitly. I thought it was very interesting recently that it took Republicans 2-3 weeks or whatever just to elect a Speaker of the House. I mean, they had 5 perfectly good white guys that they went through. You know how screwed up things are when Republicans can't be like, we agree on that white guy. Like, that was pretty rough. They went through, before they landed on Mike Johnson, which is a made-up name, they went through a Jim, a Kevin, a Tom, and a Steve. You know? Sometimes I'm like, is that a political party or a lacrosse team? You know, I kind of expected someone to be like, I nominate Brock. Brock would be dope. Speak, Brock. Brock's like, yo, I think we should. It's my lacrosse moves I clearly did not play. Yeah, no, I'm also single for the same reason, you know, Brett is. Divorced. we broke up with each other. No, we're getting along great, guys. It's really great. No, also splitting up, but I will say this. So I'm looking for, gotta find somebody new to be with. That's always daunting, especially my age, because I'm in my late 30s, and that I'm 48. I'm 30-18, guys. I'm 30-18. Just go with me on that. So I try to find somebody, and this guy my age, like, you don't want to see them dating an inappropriate, woman. Age-wise, it's just weird. So I found someone. She's age-appropriate for me. She's 24. And just to speak to the criticism of Leo, this is what's nice about the age difference. When you look at it this way, when I was her age, she wasn't born. And when she's my age, I'll be dead. And I feel like there's like a circle of life thing going on. You can't put your finger on it. It's just very, very ethereal and beautiful. No, but the reason I really can't date a 24-year-old, in addition to, it being obviously inappropriate, is I have a 14-year-old son. Any other parents here? Any parents? A few parents, nice, some hand raises, some weak. And the rest of you, very cool. You're all very cool. You go out and see comedy shows on a Wednesday in the East Village. You're never gonna die. You know that. You're never gonna die, right? That's what you think? Yeah. 4 years from now, you'll be in Scarsdale with 3 kids like, what the hell happened to my life? Oh my God, how did that happen? So my son is he's a good kid. Yeah, like I said, he's 14. When he was younger, he was, a little harder to deal with. And he's a great kid. We named him after, one with an old family name, named him after my grandfather. His name is Grandpa. And when Grandpa was 5, he was just tough to deal with. He wanted to play a video game, and I wanted him to eat dinner. So we're going back and forth. I'm like, come on, just stop playing the game and have dinner. He's like, no, just stop. You can play after dinner. No. Back and forth. Finally, I put my foot down. I was like, Grandpa, you got to stop playing that game and then eat. And he got really quiet. He got mad. He looked at me, and he looked at my wife, and he looked back at me, and he goes, Mama, kill him. Jesus, man, that is intense. Also, it's lazy. Even Oedipus did his own work. You know what I mean? Like, come on, let's go. Also, that's the definition of impunity, to order a hit on somebody right in front of them from their spouse who's right there. Like, that's some big dick energy from a kid whose dick was like this big at the time. Yeah. But he's better now. He's 14, like I said, and he's like, it's an awkward age. It's not the best time of your life. A lot of social pressures, who's cool, who's not, in and out of cliques and stuff like that. And he was telling me when he was getting his bar mitzvah last year, he said, there's this kid at Hebrew schools. He's really mean to everybody. He thinks he's the big shot of our Hebrew school. And at first I was like, oh my God, who is this kid who's being mean to my son? And then I thought, hold on a second. Is there a lamer flex in the world than I'm the big shot of a Hebrew school? It's pretty pathetic, right? That's like being like, I'm the best looking person on this 4 a.m. subway to Coney Island. All right. Also, like, that is the only place the Jews can be tough, is around other Jews, No non-Jews are afraid of Jews. That's just not how it works, No one's ever been like, oh shit, man, Brian Weinstein's here. It's Jacob Schwartz, he's gonna kick your ass. You're never gonna hear those sentences again, as long as you live. When I was a kid, me and all my Jewish friends got beat up by the Irish and Italian kids. Like, that's the pecking order. That's how it works, It was like, Tommy LaMarca, Danny O'Brien, Patty Walsh, Anthony LaMotta. Like, my list of tormentors reads like a ship's manifest docking at Ellis Island in 1885. Welcome to America. Here's your police badge. No, go beat up that tailor. There he is. He thinks he's a big shot of the tailor shot. Yeah, so I'm divorced, as I said. My ex-wife, we get along with great. I really did like her family. She grew up in Texas, and they were all really great. You from Texas, or you just love Texas? Anybody from Texas? Woo! Yeah? Cool. Close your ears. They're fucking crazy. Those people are crazy. Okay, open your ears up. No, I had a great time with them. They're really wonderful people. There's a bit of a culture clash, though, coming from here, going down there. Every inch of their walls at my in-laws' place was covered in either like a decorative cross, like a Jesus cross, or like a mounted stuffed deer head. So the whole place was like a monument to like the deaths of many animals and one guy, pretty much. And I mentioned I'm Jewish, obviously, so that was kind of weird. And I didn't say that I'm not a hunter, but I'm not a hunter. And just quickly, I want to dispel the stereotype of like the Jewish hunter. A lot of people think we're not all hunters, okay? Some of us are cowboys and bodybuilders and nude models. So just give us our due. But one time, my brother-in-law from Texas came up to New York, and we were just giving him hummus, just a snack to eat. And he was like, "Oh, y'all are eating that liberal hummus." And it was funny because it was, it was done in good humor. It was like making fun of himself and us at the same time. And at first I thought, oh yeah, he's saying like, oh, liberals eat hummus. And then I thought, hold on a second. Does he mean that hummus itself is somehow liberal? And I think it kind of is. Like, if you think about hummus, it's a bunch of different ingredients. They're all blended together, make this pleasing sort of mocha color. And everyone around the world loves hummus. You can dip anything in there. Like, the ethos of hummus is liberal. And then it got me thinking, so what's a conservative food? Red-blooded, all-American food. And it's not, hamburgers or hot dogs or like, fried chicken or something like that. It's Lunchables. And here's why. Because in Lunchables, everything that's a different color is separated into its own little area, and they gave the cracker the biggest part. And that's how you know how American it is. I had a lot of experience, dipped into the culture of Texas, and they name people things in Texas that are very different than what we name people things here in New York. Maybe the people from Texas, this will be familiar to you. I have a nephew who named his son Dallas. His name is Dallas Downing. That's a great name, man. I would never name anybody that, in my family, there's no Dallas Downings. That's a pretty solid Texas name. There's also a guy who grew up in Texas who was a quarterback in the NFL. His name is Colt McCoy. I mean, come on. What else are you going to be than a quarterback? Your name is Colt McCoy. Your name is Colt McCoy, and your parents send you to college. Do not come home an orthodontist. They're going to be pissed, If you, what'd you say? Or a porn star. That is right. Thank you for screaming porn star. He wasn't even listening. He's looking at his phone. Porn star. No. It is a great porn star name. Straight or gay. Doesn't really matter. Gay. Gay? Okay, fine. That's okay.
I'll be quiet.
That's okay. I don't think you will, but just a warning to everybody else. Thank you very much. I just took one on the chin for the rest of the comics. It's perfectly fine. It is absolutely a gay porn star name. It's not an orthodontist name. If you went to an orthodontist and he was like, "Hi, I'm Colt McCoy," you'd be like, "You're a gay porn star." We work together on that. But my son, there are people here in New York, as I said, they're very different names. There are people his age that I know. I confirm, I swear these are real names. There is a Dragon, there is a Parsley, and there is a Cafe. These are kids' names. I'm all for whatever you want to do with your names, but taken together, like Dragon Parsley Cafe is a place in Park Slope that sells vegan water or something like that. But I get a little I get almost spooked a little bit where I'm like, am I gonna be overhear my son talking to his friends and they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, did you guys see Flannel last week at TikTok's party? He was totally making out with Billboard right in front of Canyon." But then Stucco and Mystery walked in, and they were like, "You guys, Basil and Tractor are having a party over at Nylon's house, and we wanted to go, but Seatbelt was the only one who had a car, and they were hammered. So it was me and Caps Lock and Delete and Escape, and we all got in Hyundai's Honda, and we went over there, and it was a great party. Everybody was there. Manual, Spaniel, Banner, Tanner, Scanner, Copier, Printer, Monopoly, Fax Machine, 9/11. Everybody was there. It was a great party. All right, that's my time, everybody. Have a good night.
Summer people, I don't know, man. I feel like, first of all, summer people always have abs. I feel like that's a big part of it. And I just generally don't get along with people with abs. I don't know. I realize that mental illness is a very complicated thing and it can affect anyone and it hits people in different ways and no one is exempt. But when someone with abs is like, "I'm depressed," I'm like, not enough. Not quite. You can get yourself up and down for the crunches. I can't get out of bed. So we're different. We're different, you and I, And I don't like their arguments either, because when you start to complain to summer, you're like, "Oh, this is what you want, 85 degrees? Feeling like a tick that the earth is trying to remove through heat?" They're like, "What about those summer nights, though? When it's 75, a little breeze, it's a little cool, a little dark." I'm like, "That's fall. You're describing fall. You should try fall." I think that's me. I'm a big fall guy. I like that. Like the leaves changing and, just watching a limited Netflix series about a serial killer. That's my vibe. Yeah, we got some true crime heads in here. I like it. Yeah, I don't like it. I like the shows about it. I should be clear. But I watch a lot of them, and I have some opinions on serial killers. I got a bone to pick with these guys. First of all, don't do that. And then secondly, there's a lot of stuff about them. One of the things that's always funny to me is like serial killers in other countries, they don't put out their names, they don't put out their pictures, they don't give them the fame, these Netflix series that we do. I think that's probably good. We shouldn't do that. I think if we want just like a middle ground to start with, I feel like we should definitely stop giving them such kick-ass nicknames, okay? Because these names, it's like bind, torture, kill, Boston Strangler. And I'm like, those just sound like good metal albums to me. I don't know. Sound like they got some good solos on. There's one guy, Richard Chase. His nickname was the Vampire of Sacramento. That's the coolest shit I've ever heard in my life. If I killed somebody by accident and they started calling me the Vampire of Brooklyn, I would keep killing people just for that nickname. I'd be like, this is so much better than Hipster Frankenstein. I gotta hold on to this. I think if you gotta give them a name, we should give them weird, embarrassing names. Just random shit that has nothing to do with the crimes, I want to turn on the news and have them be like, Queen spends its 7th night in fear of the salad fucker. Just have some weirdo be like, whoa, is that me? I don't fuck salads. I just strangle people, He's talking to his mannequin, who is his best friend. And lean into that. Then he has to send a letter to the police station, cut up magazines. It's like, hello, this is the salad fucker, I guess. Didn't really choose that. Anyways, I have killed, I will. You know what? This is weird. I'm gonna stop, actually. I just don't want. This is getting weird for me and you. I just did the one and we're done. I think that would be probably better for everybody. Another thing about serial killers, it's weird to me, is this is a thing that if you watch these shows, you might have heard of them. The true crime people, you ever hear of the McDonald triad? Yes, a nod. That's a hard way to respond because no one can see it, but she nodded. So the McDonald triad, okay? The McDonald triad is a psychiatric test. It's 3 things, and if your kid does these 3 things, it means he's gonna be a big time problem in the murder department, okay? He's gonna go buck wild on some people. That's just gonna happen. And I say he because it's he. We gotta figure that out, I think there should be more female serial killers. It's just Lizzie Borden cracking the glass ceiling with an axe, that's it. Good for her, But the McDonald triad, the 3 things they look for, all right? The first one is bedwetting, all right? Wetting the bed, cool. The second one is playing with fire, all right? Setting fires, cool. The third one is torturing and killing small animals. And I feel like we can just go with the third one. I feel like that's pretty definitive to me. I can't imagine this guy whose kid took apart a squirrel on the front lawn and then he's like, well, his sheets are bone dry. Not my Damien, no. He loves being on the swings by himself and other hobbies. It's good. But serial killer shows aren't my only hobby. One thing I've gotten really into over the last couple of years is this hobby. It's called, you guys ever heard of this? Balding. Anyone else? Checking this out, huh? Pretty cool. It was nice. I really got into it over the pandemic because I'd always had an interest in balding. But I'd simply never had the time, And so when the pandemic hit, I really had an hour or 2 to just sit around and just bald, just get it off there because you got to follow your dreams. And one of mine was to have more places to get sunburned if possible. Just trying to do that. So I did all that. It's good, The thing that's funny about me is that the way I'm balding, and I am Jewish, even though it looks like I hunt them, all right? Throws people off. So I am Jewish, and my bald spot is the exact size and shape of a yarmulke, all right? And so it sort of feels like there is a God, and they're like, oh, you're balding. If only you had some sort of tiny hat. Maybe one that I'd already asked you to wear. But no, bacon is good. Enjoy it. Have fun. It's fine. It's fine. You know, yeah, that's the thing. If you're worried about the physical discrepancy, it's because I was adopted. I was born Irish, and then I was raised in a Jewish family. Like they were trying to create some sort of depression super soldier. Where they were like, what if we took the saddest people on earth and raised them in a dojo of anxiety? We could beat Lexapro, I know it. I gotta get out of here. I'll leave you guys with this. I used to really enjoy drinking. I don't drink anymore because I used to really enjoy drinking. Stop. And I have regrets from when I was drinking, but there's one thing I don't regret, and that was the time I got really drunk and decided a good use of my time would be to call every nightclub in the meatpacking district and leave them a voicemail. And this is the voicemail I left. It went like this. It went, hello, my name is Grant Nevins. I was at your nightclub earlier and my assistant, Gregory, seems to have dropped one of my priceless rubies on your floor. So if you're cleaning up your nightclub and you happen to find a ruby, please give me a call back. Grant Nevins, thank you. And yeah, that was pretty fun. And then I got the best voicemail I've ever received. This is from the 40/40 Club, which is Jay-Z's club, which isn't super important, but I do feel adds to the atmosphere. Here's that.
Hello, good morning. This message is for Grant Nevins. I received your message about a missing ruby at the 40/40 Club. If you can, give us a call back at 212-832-4040 so we can go over this a little further and get more information from you.
And that's why I love it so much. Is that it's just this woman, this dear woman, doing her due diligence on a man who claims to have lost a priceless ruby at the club. And I don't know where to go from there. I think there's two paths. Either I have unbelievable timing and somebody lost a fucking ruby. And I just call them back and be like, you have my ruby? They won't just give it to me. They'll be like, what color was it? And I'll be like, red. Or I gotta just keep calling him now and build up this character of this absent-minded eccentric billionaire who keeps getting blacked out and misplacing relics at the damn club. You know, and just see at what point will they stop calling me back. Just, hello, 40/40 Club. Yes, Grant Nevins again. Oh, my ignorant, pig-headed assistant Gregory has done it again. In between the men's urinals. The jeweled scimitar of Suleiman the Magnificent. Please look for it, you know, just keep hitting them back. Hello, 40/40 Club. Yes, you guessed it, it's Grant Nevins again. Oh, Gregory's really done it this time. At the bottom of your hot tub, a spear, the tip of which is stained with the scarlet blood of the man you know as Jesus Christ. I just gotta keep raising the stakes until eventually I'm just calling them like, hello, 40/40 Club? Yes, Grant Nevins. Well, Gregory has really done it this time. Yes, I know I should fire him, but his family has assisted mine for generations. In the VIP area, an amulet. The amulet of Ra. Are you familiar? I must warn you, if it is not found, it could spell doom. Not only for me, not only for you, not only for the entire 40/40 Club, but for the world. You must find it. Or no worries if not, you know. All right, thanks so much, guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
My boyfriend and I actually just took a pretty big step in our relationship. I spent Christmas with his family for the first time. Thank you. Yeah, he comes from a big Italian Catholic family, and as a Jewish person, it was really cool because I got to see all these Italian Catholic traditions. Like we did the Feast of the Seven Fishes, and we went to midnight mass, and then his mom and I got in string bikinis, and we mud wrestled for his affection. It's so important to learn from other cultures. Never stop. It's really important. But I am happy to be in a relationship. It's bad out there, y'all. Yeah. Before my boyfriend and I were together, I was single for the first time in a long time, and it was a bit of a culture shock. Are we experiencing this out there too? Yeah, right? Like, the first thing that I noticed right off the bat that was different was pube expectations. It's a lesser-known Charles Dickens novel, if you're not familiar. Yeah. I just feel like it used to be very clear. It used to be like, go Brazilian or go home, right? Be so hairless, he doesn't know what body part he's touching. I knew what they wanted. But why am I out here Googling pubic hair trends before a date? Is it side part or middle part? I can never remember what's popular. But we've made so much progress in body hair acceptance and body positivity, and I think that's amazing, and I'm so glad that we're doing it. I just worry that the body hair you guys are celebrating is not the body hair that I'm working with. Okay, a lot of eyes just drifted downwards. These are pants, this is not them, okay? I do tape her down for my sets, so just let me know if anything pops out. Like, I don't feel represented by pubes in the media. Unless I'm watching a horror movie and there's like thick fog rolling down the street. That's me. Like, to paint you a picture, left untended, my bush is so powerful it could be behind 9/11. You know what I mean? But I guess it'd be less of an inside job, more of a poking out the sides job. Kind of a mess. Yeah, I don't know what to do with anything that, unless a source of authority tells me. I grew up reading Cosmo. Did anyone else grow up broken? Yeah, absolutely. We were too young to be reading that. If you're not familiar, Cosmo is a magazine that loves to tell women you will never be tall enough, hot enough, thin enough, horny enough, rich enough, anything enough. So it's anti-women, but I think about it a lot, and I actually think that it's anti-men too, which is amazing. It's anti-men in the sense that it taught me how to torture a penis at a young age. Yeah. For those unindoctrinated, every month, Cosmo puts out 100 sex tips. 100. You're lucky if you get me to do one thing during sex, and if it's stay awake, congrats, you beat the rest of the guys, okay? But they would put out 100, and at least one would be bound to be the most unhinged thing I've ever read. The one that stuck with me to this day, because I read it multiple times and thought for years it was a real tip, was to put an ice cube in your cheek before going down on a guy. The nods of recognition are shaking the foundation of this room, okay? If you're looking at me with a blank stare, you probably haven't gotten complimented on your head-giving ability, but let me tell ya, usually doesn't start with, ooh, baby, your mouth is so cold with sharp corners. Like, that's not what they want, you know? But how amazing is it that Cosmo had an entire generation of preteens giving their boyfriends freezer burn, okay? That's feminism, and I love that. I love that so much. I will give you guys actually a sex tip for my own personal collection if you're interested, free of charge. It was just the Super Bowl, so ladies, next time you're with your man watching the big game, put a little Frank's Red Hot in this cheek, a little ranch in this one, give him a wing down. He's gonna fucking squirt, okay? Men can squirt. It's not piss. That's a common misconception, actually. Yeah. Are we saying daddy in the bedroom, speaking of? We doing that? One yes in the front. One big silent yes in the front. Okay, anyone else, or do we have a room of 10,000 liars? Because I know you are. I know everybody is. I wish I could. It does not come naturally to me. But we're all friends here. I'll admit this to you. I have been called mommy by 2 separate sexual partners, which I would argue is not the same and not something I wanted, right? Like, that is different. That's a different thing. Because being called daddy is very like, take control. Tell me what to do, right? Being called mommy is like, pick me up from soccer! Not the same thing. Like, I'm trying to run train, not a damn carpool, okay? But I'm not surprised that it's not the same thing, because it's sexist. Everything is sexist. Have you noticed that sexism has started to leak its way into our technology? And I'm not just talking about Alexa, that shrill bitch. No, it's everywhere. But it makes sense, right? Because who's coding? Who's mostly a coder? Men. And what do men want? They're mommies. We talked about this, guys. You know the answer. And if you don't believe me, just look at the most popular apps that are out right now. It's like, could you make me a snack? Uber Eats. Could you drive me around? Uber regular, right? Like, if they design an app that can call me my boyfriend's mom's name during missionary, what am I even here for, right? We're screwed. But I don't mind it. I love being a woman despite the feminism. I love being a woman. I think it's much better than any alternative. And I do acknowledge that along with that comes the territory of having a weird relationship with my body, right? Like, I feel like all women, we don't know what we think, but we know it's bad. And that's kind of where I'm at. I've been trying to think about maybe where I developed that weird relationship with my body. And it's probably something a lot of people have experienced. So excuse me if I'm telling a story you relate to, but it's something weird that Stone Cold Steve Austin said to me. 90s wrestling sensation, Stone Cold Steve Austin, yeah. Yeah, growing up, my dad was the accountant for the WWE. Yeah, which also I'm like, how hard could that possibly be? It's like one chokeslam, okay. I'm done accounting. But my dad was the accountant for the WWE, and one night we're going out to dinner with Stone Cold Steve Austin, which is a sentence just as weird for me as it is for you. And my dad's like, this is crazy, we should commemorate the evening. So Stone Cold, we're on a first name basis. Stone Cold Steve Austin goes to take a knee and pick me up and put me on his knee for the picture. And he goes, oh, we got a big one, don't we? And I was 6 years old. I was 40 pounds. Kind of the hottest I've ever been, right? The voice in your head might say, you're ugly, you're fat. The voice in my head says, Austin, 316, like. And if this isn't sinking in how traumatic this is a man whose job it was to pick up other men. And I was a big one, okay? But I learned a lot that day. I figured out that with men, to communicate, you have to just meet them where they are. So I hit him over the head with a chair, and now we're all good. So I'm not pressed about it. I'm realizing, though, before I leave, I haven't really gotten to know you guys. So I'd like to do a quick poll of the room. Does anyone in here know what vabbing is? Yes. Those were two of the best reactions I could have ever asked for. From the front and a yes from the back. The rest of you will soon understand what those two mean, okay? Because I'm going to ruin your night, and I'm so sorry. Vabbing is something that I learned about when I saw a slew of women on TikTok being like, ladies, if you're not vabbing, you have to start now. I implore you to start vabbing. I got a man, I got a promotion, I got a T-Mobile contract, whatever women want, I don't know. But all of these women begging me to vab. It turns out vabbing is a combination of two words, vagina and dabbing. And it's worse than you think, okay? It is using yourself as perfume. To manifest using pheromones. Yeah. I vab so you don't have to, okay? And I will be the first to admit, I did not have a very good day, okay? People were really fucking mean to me. I got no husband, I got no T-Mobile contract, I got nothing. I'm gonna try one more time on a day where I don't have my period, and fingers crossed it goes better. You guys have been so fun. I'm Shosh Brodman. Thank you so much.
I'm a little bit different, though. I'm a Middle Eastern Jew. So yes, I'm chosen by God, but I'm also chosen at the airport. It's kind of a double-edged sword. I get very self-aware at the airport. I always want to make sure that I'm doing everything right. And it's not because I'm afraid they're going to think I'm like up to hijinks. Hijinks is what I call terrorism. It's not that. I want to get through security very efficiently. Like, I want to be the best one. You ever feel that way? Like, it's a test and you really want to kill it, right? You want the TSA people to be kind of like impressed with you. It's not enough for them to know that I'm not a threat. I want them to like be proud of me and like me as a person. Every time the last TSA guy clears me, I always want to turn back and be like, okay, so what could I be doing better? No liquids over 3.4 ounces. Laptop was where it was supposed to be. I don't know if you saw, I was helping with the bins, even though it's not mandatory. I took my shoes off in the Uber on the way here. For 40 minutes I've been wearing shoes. I came prepared. He's just like, all right, kid, I'm just gonna give it to you straight. I've been working this job day in, day out for 38 years, and I have never seen anyone move through this line with the grace and dignity that you displayed here today. You're the best I've ever seen. The best I've ever seen. And it's not just that. Watching the way you handle yourself, I saw the bins. I just get the sense that you have something that a lot of people that come through this terminal don't have. A good heart. You got a good heart, kid. Anyway, my name's Robert. I kind of run things around here. And I'll be watching your career very closely. Thank you for reminding me why I do what I do. He's still talking with his wife about me over dinner. Honey, he was just so intentional and precise. With every single one of his movements, I've never seen anything like it. I just hope he chooses to fly through LaGuardia again. I do come from an immigrant family. My parents came here from Iran. And I'm very proud of my heritage now, but when I was a kid, I was embarrassed by it, you know? I just wanted to fit in. I wanted to be American. So I distanced myself from my culture whenever I could. You know, my friends would come over and be like, your house smells funny, or your mom talks funny. And I'd have to be like, hey, I know, what's her problem, right? I was just thinking the same thing. I'm just as upset as you, if not more so. There's really no excuse for that kind of behavior. Remember when she called the Super Bowl the Super Ball? I don't care what happens to her. I don't. I code switch on them. You're right. These people come here smelling like cinnamon and snakes. I'll tell you what we Americans smell like is amber waves of grain. It's a really weird way to grow up because your folks depend on you way sooner than an American family. Because English was my mom's third language and my dad's fourth, which made me like the English professor of the house. I had to translate everything, you know? Which is a lot of power for a little kid to have. I would just be like playing with my toys. I'm 7. They walk up to me with like a letter about our mortgage. They're just like, please, Professor, can you please decode these strange shapes? They have no meaning to us. I'm just like, one moment, please. I have nearly finished with my research on Batman versus Ninja Turtles, you see? Oh my God, they're foreclosing on us. That's crazy. Hold on. A lot of roles like that were reversed, where I would be teaching them. You know, bedtime stories, I did all the reading. And I had to explain a lot. Because immigrants are stupid, I don't know if you know. I'll just be like, yeah, so the wolf wants to blow their houses down so he can eat all the pigs. That's what what's that, Mom? I don't know why he doesn't just use his paws. That's a really good question. Maybe if we keep reading, they'll tell us. Let's keep reading. That's good active listening. Let's keep reading. That's really good. That's really good. What? Yes, I remember there was a wolf in your town that ate a few people. I remember it. I remember it. Yes, I remember they made him the mayor. Okay, let's get back to the... That's a Persian bedtime story. There was a wolf in the village who killed 2 children, but everybody loved him. Find the lesson in that one. I live with my girlfriend now. She speaks English really well. We've been going out for 2 years. It's been great. She's loved my life. She's also the reason why I'm a fat little slut in front of you this evening. I've gained about 30 pounds since we started going out. I really think the worst thing that a woman could do for a man is to love and accept him for who he is. Don't do it, ladies. He's gonna take his foot off the gas. It's not a good idea. Her love is literally killing me. I don't think it's all her fault. I do think it's just the times that we're living in. It's too easy to eat like crap now. It's crazy that I could take out my phone right now and press a few buttons, and then in 20 minutes a man will show up with a pizza and he legally has to give me that pizza. That's a disaster. There should be a law where if the DoorDash guy doesn't think that you should have it, he doesn't have to give it to you. Just like, please, sir, for you, I don't think it's good. Please, please, don't do. Don't do. Sir, is not, don't do. Just an exhausted Bengali man who's trying to save my life. I think they're Bengali. I'm honestly not sure. But I think that's okay. I think it's better not to know. This is an interesting thing that I've noticed about identifying someone's race. Like if you say, oh, I can't tell the difference between Chinese, Japanese, Korean people, they all look the same to me, you sound super racist. You do. But if you say you can tell the difference, that's like way more racist, right? That's like way worse. If you're like, yeah, I know who's who. Head circumference, forehead shape. Line them up, I'll tell you. This was my grandpa's job during the war. I'll tell you exactly who's who. That's way worse. We have a dog. With dogs, it's completely different. Everyone knows what every breed is. They can identify. We can know what their personalities are. We know even what their issues are, and it's fine. I think the way we talk about dogs is a little bit racist. Can you imagine if we spoke about ethnicities the way we do about dogs? You just see someone across the street, and you're like, oh my God, is that an Armenian? Is that? I have always wanted one. Do you know what I mean? They're so adorable. They're vivacious, right? They have a joy of life. I'll tell you what you have to watch out for, though. They have vision problems when they get older. Did you know that? They do. My aunt had one. They do. They have vision problems. I get jealous of animals, man. I really do, because they don't have any schedules, and I think that's amazing. I feel so overscheduled. Every moment of my life is so regimented. All of us are, right? In the city, especially. Every day I have to like wake up, walk the dog, I got to stop at the pharmacy for my girlfriend, I got to do some work. It never ends. Do you know what the schedule was for every bird in the world today? You know what it said? It said one thing: chill, baby. Be a bird. A bird's life isn't regimented. It's like improvisational jazz. You don't know where it's gonna go. Zabba-dooba-doo, eat a worm over here. Zabba-dabba-doo, take a poop over there. Zabba-doo-da-labba-doo, a taxi killed my son. Zabba-dee-dee-dabba-dee-do. Sure, your kids are dying all the time, but that's jazz, baby. That's jazz. No, we're having a really good time. My girlfriend and I've never lived with anyone before, and it's so much fun. Every night we like cuddle up on the couch and we're watching TV, you know. We like to watch the reality competition shows. That's our favorite thing to watch. And I hadn't seen these shows in forever because I was single. You're not allowed. You got to be in a couple to watch them. And they've gotten insane. Mazel tov. Answer it? Don't answer it. Leave it. Mazel tov. Anyway, these shows have gotten crazy. Like 25 years ago, a reality show was like, listen, it's 30 people on an island. Last one standing gets $1 million. That's the show. That's it. Now it's gotten so complicated. It's like 100 singles, 20 horses, 4 abandoned cruise ships, a witch. Whoever gets voted into the Verizon Wireless Secret Bake Off, presented by Pepsi Wireless, before they're kidnapped by the Masked King, wins $8,000. The prizes they've gotten very low. The prizes have gotten very low. And your host, well, the movie industry is dead, so we managed to get 3-time Academy Award winner Meryl Streep. Wild. It's my birthday in a couple of months. Thank you so much. That was nice. I don't know, you probably won't see me, so thank you. And it always makes me think about my life, like where I'm at, and I'm really happy with where I'm at. I am. I don't have any regrets. I have one regret for my whole life. I was 6 years old. Okay? And I was flying. I think it was my first time flying. I was with my mom. And the flight attendant walks up to us and she says, the captain would like to know if you want to come up to the cockpit and sit with him. They used to do this. This was before the hijinks of 9/11, okay? They used to do this. She said, do you want to come into the cockpit? You can ask questions about the aircraft. He'll give you a little pin like he has. So cool, right? And I didn't do it. I was too shy. And I regret that so much. I regret that every day. Because I'll never get that chance again as long as I live. That's all. I'm not seeing cockpits now. In my imagine me, mid-flight. Calling over a flight attendant like, hey. Tell our captain I want to go see the cockpit. And I'm gonna have some questions about the aircraft. I don't want a little pin like he has. They're just like, all right, well, we're gonna land the plane immediately. And once we do, your life is really gonna change fast. So. They're taking me through the airport in handcuffs. Someone yells out, hey, you leave him alone. I'm like, Robert? He says, you get your hands off him. He's got a good heart. Thanks, guys. I'm Alon Elian.
Get out of the house. I'm a new mom. So yeah, I needed to get the fuck out of there. I love my baby. Is there any other new parents here? Yeah, okay. It's like, I didn't think so. We are in a fucking gutter. It's lovely though. The neon lights really do something. I took some pregnancy photos when I was pregnant. I was like, oh, maybe, thank you. Yeah, I was like, maybe I'm gonna wanna like, document this giant gut. And so I took some pregnancy photos and I ended up taking them semi-nude. Follow me on Instagram. And you know what's so crazy that I started to think about after I posted these pictures? The response was wild because when women post pictures of themselves in their underwear or naked, people are so quick to call us what? Sluts, thanks, sir. And no, it's actually better. The other night I did this joke and a man yelled, "Fat whores," and I was like, sir, you could have said one or the other. Fat whore. I've been waiting to shout that at a lady who's without her getting mad. But yeah, they call us sluts, right? But when you post a picture naked and you're pregnant, people are like, you're brave, you're beautiful. And I'm like, why is the other girl a slut? Like, I'm pregnant. I'm clearly the slut. Like it worked. I slutted to completion. I slutted to a family, And I did. I got knocked up by a doctor. Thanks, which my husband hates when I say because he's a writer, but whatever. He used a doctor. We tried to get pregnant for many years, and it didn't work, so we eventually went to a doctor. We did IVF. In vitro fertilization, thank you. A couple people are aware. Yeah, it's a very easy process where they take a sperm and an egg and they go, oh, science. And all I had to do was just inject myself full of hormones every day and night. And they made me want to laugh and I wanted to cry. And I was hot and I was freezing and I was starving and I couldn't eat anything and my skin was itchy and my hair was falling out and I wanted to run into traffic and swing from a chandelier. And my husband was like, I come in the cup. And we're like, yeah. Yeah, that's your portion. Pretty hard to aim, is it? Pretty hard to aim? So you've been getting it directly in my belly button for a decade, so. We did IVF, and it is a wild process. You give a doctor all your money. My daughter cost us $90,000. I can't wait till she wants to go to college. I'm gonna be like, oh no, yeah. You already went. You went a few times, But there's a lot about this process that I didn't know. Like, basically, when you get the sperm successfully impregnates an egg, you get an embryo. And then this embryo goes through basically a CrossFit of testing. And then at the end, they give you a grade, like how good your embryo is. Like you're in school, like AA, AB, BA, BB, CC. And you want the better graded shit. Okay, so here's a little example, because my best friend has 2 babies from IVF, okay? Her first son was her best quality embryo, all right? And this kid at 2 years old was like looking at me in my eyes, full sentences, asking me questions about my life. I was like, why am I weeping? Like he was in my soul. I was like, you're my best friend, you know? And then her second son was her 5th best embryo. He thinks he's a bird, so you know, she'll call me and she's like, Fletcher's doing 8th grade math. He's 6, and Conrad asked me to sit on him and pretend to hatch him. And I was like, got it. So you want the better graded shit. So it worked for us. It worked for us, and we got a girl. We have a daughter. Thank you. Yeah. And yeah, I did 4 egg retrievals to get her. I did 2 different transfers. We did a whole process before this. Again, it was a 5-year process. We did this thing called IUI, where they basically hand the sperm to the egg. They go, Madame, you know, your lunch. They just kind of toss it at it. And we had to do this because my husband's swimmers, they don't swim. They kind of get up there and they're like, I mean, should we get a beer? You know, like they're like, swim. I'm more of a lazy river guy. Like they don't want to do it. They don't want to make babies. So we did this first. We did all of that. I did 4 of those, and my daughter came out, and she looks exactly like my fucking husband. I almost didn't love her. I was like, you're making choices, you know. But I love her a lot. I love her a lot. Her name is Goldie. I know. Yeah, we wanted to have a career in porn, so thought we'd give her a little leg up before she spreads them. It's a wild process, and I think I want to. You know, she just turned a year, and it's time to start thinking about whether we're gonna unfreeze her siblings. And she's got 4 siblings in a freezer somewhere in Midtown. I don't know. I'm already a bad mom. But I think I want to, because the world's fucking crazy, right? Like I feel like I'm old, my husband's old, our family's old. Like I don't want her to go through the rest of this life without somebody that had a shared experience, you know? Like I don't want her to be alone at the end of this just with like, oh, I got 100,000 followers on Instagram. Like I want her to have somebody, especially because I know I'm gonna fuck this up, and she needs to be able to talk to somebody about that, you know? Like if you're just a solo kid walking around being like, my mom's nuts, people are gonna be like, well, you're the one talking to yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just, she needs something, because especially it's so scary, social media. You guys know it's terrifying because it's ruining children, but also it pisses me off because I did not know YouTube was gonna be an option for a job. Like I went to school, do you understand? Like, but if somebody was like, just film yourself being an idiot, I promise you I wouldn't be here right now, you know? Like I would be so rich. I was so stupid. I lived in Hawaii for 3 years in my 20s. Do you know what I did there? Just cocaine and swim, that's it. I was just awake and wet for 3 years, just like, I don't know if you've ever snorkeled on cocaine, but you don't need the snorkel. Just grabbing fish out of the air, you know? Like, my YouTube would have been firing. But honestly, TikTok is terrifying because that's the one. Kids can't communicate with you anymore. They can't pay attention. They can't look at you in the eyes. They're just dancing. It's like, it's fucking insane. And also, I think TikTok is teaching children a level of confidence that they don't deserve to have. Do you agree? I'm like, you're 11, body rolling in a parking lot? Get the fuck out of here, man. This is Trader Joe's and I have a car. I will kill you. I'm hormonal, I'll get you. I need my trail mix. You know, it's just, because it's so embarrassing because they're everywhere. You could go to the Empire State Building tonight and they're like, it's like, jump off, you know, we don't need you. And they like dance with their dads on TikTok, you know, and the dad will be behind them like, and I just grew up during a time where you only danced for attention if your dad didn't love you. But you know, it is crazy because this is the future. This is the future. We have kids today on TikTok that are, you know, and 10 years from now, they're going to be at job interviews and the bosses are going to be like, what can you bring to the table? And they're like, oh, me? I'm a savage. And you're like, no, come on. No, Declan, you're not. You're not a savage, Declan. That's crazy. Technology's crazy. Alexa's crazy. Does anybody else feel like Alexa is not a girl's girl? This bitch only listens to my husband. Like, I'll be like, Alexa, can you play this song? And she's like, never heard of it. Like, oh, really? Because you're the internet. And my husband will be like, Alexa, play my favorite song. And she's like, do you also want me to wake you up with a weather report? Like, man. I tell you a quick story too, real quick. I'm a bit of an older mom. I don't know if you can tell by the skunkage. I was like, I should dye my hair for this, and I was like, let him know. But I did everything a bit late. I had my baby later in life. I got married later in life. Not always my choice. My husband did wait 7 years to propose. So, yeah, I was pissed. But he did make up for it. He made up for it because he proposed to me in Paris. Oh, romantic. I mean, I was wearing a fucking beret. Shoot me. I'm like, you couldn't have told me to take up the crooked hat? Like, hey, we're going to take some pictures today, and you look fucking stupid. Like, I might as well have been wearing a striped shirt holding a baguette and been like, moi? Oui! Okay, but then everything that happened around our engagement would have led me to believe that we shouldn't have gotten married. We're still married, we're fine, but there were signs, okay? So first off, he proposes on the side of the Seine River. We pull over, he gets down on one knee, we kiss, we cry, then we look around and we are in a Holocaust memorial garden. Yes, we went back to be like, it's not obvious, it's fucking there's names everywhere. We were like, okay. And then after that, because my husband is a man, he proposed on the last day of a 10-day trip. So it was like, will you marry me? And then we went straight to the airport. And we get to the airport, and when we get there, we realize our airline has gone under. Yeah, not even like, oh, your flight is canceled. France was like, we don't have a fucking plane for you. We were like, okay, cool. So we were trying to do sign language, trying to get back home, right? We're like, we need a plane. Back to America. It's always too soon to tell that joke.
I am like if a cardigan were a person, and that's fine. I'm so happy to be out and about. I've been on the road touring a bunch. I was recently driving through Mississippi, which as a Jew is the best way to experience Mississippi. Just boom, shalom, bye-bye. And all through Mississippi, as I was going along the highway, every few miles there would be a sign that said "Drive sober on Mississippi highways," which is a message I endorse. I think you should do that. I don't disagree. I'm not going to quibble with the sign. I will say the phrasing of it, the specificity, "Drive sober on Mississippi highways," does make it sound like on Mississippi side streets, you can just drive as drunk as you'd like to be. That's like drive sober on Mississippi highways. That's where all the cops are. If you had a couple, you gotta take the access road home. More room to weave and wobble. I don't know. It's been tough. It's been a tough time lately, right? The news has been tough. And when the news is hard and sad, like everyone here, no, you're not hard and sad. I mean, most of us have been hard and sad at the same time. Once in a while, right? One doesn't preclude the other. Better than soft and sad, I guess. But when the news is sad and hard, I, like many of you, we all do the same thing, right? When the news is tough, we all look to see what brands are posting on Instagram. And we just gotta know, right? I look to Applebee's to find my moral compass. I'm like, how do I feel at times like this? And if the brands aren't posting, I yell at them. Under a picture of a salad, I'm like, Olive Garden, the volume of your silence is exceeded only by the volume of your never-ending pasta bowl. I get so mad when Olive Garden doesn't speak out about atrocities. Like everybody, I don't know what I want them to say. I get so mad. Everybody, you gotta be on the record, right? Your silence is deafening. But what do I want the Olive Garden to say in times of international crisis? Like, at the Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family. And families are being separated at an alarming rate at America's southern border, which is why this month only, all unaccompanied minors receive unlimited breadsticks. What are we doing here? Thank you. Does that help? We're just what Jewish people think Italian is. I don't know. It's tough, right? Because when we yell at brands, when we yell at organizations to speak up during times of crisis, you only do it if you think they agree with you, right? You're never like, Home Depot, you have to speak up. And Home Depot's like, I don't care. I don't think anyone should get abortions. You're like, not like that, Home Depot, stop it. Right? Because I don't think like the CEO of a company. I'm not the CEO of anything. And there's like at least a 50-50 chance that the people who run these brands have very different policies than the rest of us, or than the people that I think like, right? It's at least a coin flip that if you're like, Burger King, what do you really think about this? They're like, at Burger King, you can have it your way. And if the American people could have it their way, Donald J. Trump would still be president. Yeah, we sell the Impossible Whopper, but the real Impossible Whopper that people are buying is that Hillary Clinton didn't know about that private email server. And it's unfair that I use the Southern accent for that, right? That's not fair. It's funny, but it's not fair. It's wrong. It's stacking the deck because that's not how everyone with a Southern accent thinks, and it's not how everyone who thinks that way sounds. There's just no common accent for everyone that was at January 6th. Because there's no accent shared by all small town cops. So I used the best I could find.
If you don't have anxiety, that just means like I feel fear where most people feel nothing. Like recently I'm walking by a bar, there's a sign outside the bar. It said, ladies night, ladies drink 50% off. And I was like, that's creepy. They're just trying to lure women in by offering them a discount. And women were going in. I was like, no, that's how they get you, is if you go, like I'm Jewish, okay? If I ever saw a sign outside of a bar that said Jew night, Jews drink 50% off, I'm not going in that bar. Bad things happen to Jews in that bar. I'm certainly not gonna go and celebrate the way they went, woo, it's Jew night. It's for us tonight, Jews. Shalom, bitches. Some Christian girl hits on me. I'm like, stop, it's Jew night. I just wanted to dance with my Jews for one night. I'd go. It's 50% off. I am Jewish at the end of the day. It's a pretty good deal. That's what anxiety, it infects every aspect. Like dating, I'm anxious when I'm dating, because it's all dating apps now, and it scares me. The first time I logged on to a dating app, this is what I saw. It was a picture of a woman, and that's not what scared me. Ew, what the hell? Get that out of here. Creepy. This is what scared me. It was the information I had about this. It said Sarah Bushwick, 5'7", Caucasian. I was like, is she missing? Why do I need that information? I felt like the next line was gonna be like, last seen heading west on 4th Street in a gray hoodie. Which, by the way, not even that bad of an idea to put missing women on dating apps. I'm just saying, who's more motivated than like horny guys? We might actually find some of these women. Not every woman should be missing. That would be crazy. I'm saying every 10th woman, you know, on the off chance a guy sees it. She's cute. She shares my interests. She's missing. Not for long. I'm on the case. Walking outside with a boner. Sarah! Where are you? Going up to girls in gray hoodies. What's your biggest turn on? Pff, you're not Sarah. Hers is freedom. Also, why do they have the height of the women? I don't care, dude. I don't give a fuck. Put shit I need to know on the app. One time I went on a date with a woman from a dating app. On the date, she told me she heard voices in her head that told her to hurt other people. Put that on the fucking app. A Scorpio? Who gives a fuck? She's a psycho. That should be one of the things. You know how they're like, weed sometimes, pills sometimes. There should be like a knife sometimes. That's too often for me. Sometimes it's too often. It's hard to date. I don't know what people want, you know? Women have, because, you know, here's two things I know about women. I know, because I was asking my friend recently, I was like, what do you like in a guy? And she was like, I like a tall guy. I really thought there was going to be more there. I paused. I was like, and she was like, and I don't want it to seem like he's going to kill me. I was like, that's such a low bar. Just a big guy who's not violent. That's it. Which is also self-contradictory. Why go for a tall guy if you don't want him to kill you? She's basically like, I want someone who could kill me, but wouldn't. Like that. She sees a short guy, she's like, he couldn't even kill me if he tried. It's disgusting. When a guy couldn't murder me, it's such an ick. But guys, we're creepier, because I do like a woman who's shorter than me. Which is weirder, if you think about it. I'm basically like, look, I'm not gonna kill her, but I have to be able to if it comes to that. That's gotta be on the table. When a woman could kill me, that's such an ick. It really is. Anyway, I'm doing good right now. I'm not anxious right now because, you know, we're doing great. As a country, it's going amazing. Like, you know, like this election is awesome for president. No. I'm just saying we got two great candidates, and no matter who wins, we win. You know what I mean? I'm kidding. They both fucking suck. They're both it is kind of funny how bad they suck. It's the two worst possible options for the most important decision of all time. It's like, who do you want to get married to, a rabid dog or a dead woman? What? Is there not a third option? Libertarian, you're like, fuck, there's only two options. That sucks. I wish there was a third one. I will say, I voted for Biden last time. I do think before the election last time, we can all agree, whoever you voted for, they definitely undersold just how much dementia he had. We knew he had some. We didn't realize it was like, watch out, those are stairs. You could die on those level of dementia. And look, here's the thing. I know he has dementia. I hate when Republicans bring that up, you know? Mostly because I don't have a defense, so I kind of wish they wouldn't, you know? You know he has dementia, right? I'm like, shut the fuck up. Your mom's a bitch, so who cares about the dementia? You probably have a small cock. At least you can remember how big his cock is. I don't know, I have nothing. Here's the one thing, I will say this. Sometimes the criticisms don't make sense, because they say two things. They say he has dementia, which he does, but then they say he's doing a bad job. And I'm kind of like, you gotta pick one of the two, right? It can't really be both at the same time. Because if he does have dementia, he's doing a pretty good job. Just considering the dementia, you know? For a guy without dementia, a guy with dementia, fucking unbelievable, dude. He's killing it. He can sign bills with his name on them. That's impressive. You can't criticize him if he has dementia. You broke your promises. How's he gonna remember he has some dementia? Cut him some slack, you know? He's the first president I've related to, you know? First one ever. Fucking Obama, way too smooth. Trump, way too confident. Biden, I'm like, that's me, dude. If I were the president, that's what I would be doing. Just messing up speeches in the middle. Refusing to answer questions. Mr. President, I don't want to deal with that. I want to go to sleep. It's 4. Falling off a bike at a weird moment. That's so me, dude. I don't want to defend him too hard. I think every politician, even him, they all have a team of people writing their own fucking opinions for them, except for Trump, I will say. He's kind of the one that you got. I'm not saying I like him. I'm just saying, love him or hate him, you have to admit with Trump, there's no team. That's one guy deciding what he thinks alone on stage in the moment. Just off the dome, saying wild shit sometimes. Grab him by the pussy, and you're like, that's all him. I don't think someone told him to say that. There's not an advisor back there. You gotta say, grab by the pussy, Mr. Trump. The focus group loved it. You guys are a great audience. Thank you all for coming.
No, Xanax is a medication that will instantly stop a panic attack. I've been prescribed 5 Xanax a month. because nothing calms me down like trying to figure out if this is one of my top 5 panic attacks this month. I just tell myself, breathe, find your center, and remember that tomorrow might be worse. I don't even take a pill. I just stroke them all like prayer beads. I get cold sores sometimes when I'm anxious. I am so goddamn happy I don't have one right now. Oh my God. I could bomb the entire rest of this set and I'm still gonna watch the tape back like my upper lip fucking crushed it. By the way, does anybody here know the difference between cold sores and oral herpes? No? All right, I'll tell you. The difference is if you tell someone you have oral herpes, they remember it forever. Yeah. People remember oral herpes because it reminds them of genital herpes. And it fucking should. Those are the same thing, too. Yeah. And I know somebody here is probably gearing up to be like, actually, HSV1 is for your mouth and HSV2 is for your genitals. No. I've researched this exhaustively. I'm holding the microphone. I'm wearing glasses, so shut the fuck up. It used to be that HSV1 was for your mouth and HSV2 was for your genitals. But that was back in the old days when people kissed mouths and fucked genitals. But then in 1998, Bill Clinton invented loopholes. And here we are today. I know a lot of random medical facts because my mom was an ER doctor, and that was actually not her first choice career. My mom's first choice career was Lutheran minister. Yes, that is different. But she gave up on that dream because when she was little, she wrote the Lutheran Church asking if women could be ministers. And they wrote her back and they said no. Yeah, so she decided, okay, if I can't be a minister, I'm gonna be a doctor instead. Which is a fucking all-time moment in the history of backup plans. Because my mom got that letter telling her she couldn't be a minister and went, guess I'll save people for real. Honestly, ER doctor seems like the most spiteful second choice imaginable after finding out you can't be a minister. It's like my mom's logic was, okay, if I can't work for God, no one gets to meet him. Oh, you think that bus crash is sending you to heaven? Not on my watch. You're staying in Rockford, Illinois with a shattered pelvis. Screw you. My parents totally swapped gender roles. My mom took on the stereotypical dad role. Like she had the high-powered career, she gave us her last name, she hit us. And then my dad took on the stereotypical mom role. Like he drove us to school, he cooked dinner, he emails us terrifying articles from the New York Times health section. These articles are so goddamn scary. And then like the subject lines that he writes are even scarier sometimes than the articles themselves. Like my dad sent us an article recently. My dad is Jewish, by the way. So he sent us an article that was called Study of Jewish Women Finds Link to Cancer Without Family History. The subject line he chose for this email was just cancer. I saw the email and I was like, oh my God, who has cancer? And then I opened it and I was like, just me statistically. Thank God. So my dad is a secular Jew. My mom was a very religious Lutheran. And so when I was growing up, they would fight about religion constantly. Because my mom always wanted to take us to church, and my dad fucking hated that. But like, he never took us to temple or anything. And so until I was like 9, I literally thought being Jewish just meant that you hated church. And that made their argument's interesting. Because my dad would be like, I'm Jewish. This is not what we agreed on when we got married. I'm not going to let you indoctrinate my children into your Christian ideology. And my mom would come back with, fuck you, you godless bastard. You're going to burn in hell. Rachel, get in the car. You're coming to church. And I would be like, I'm Jewish. And she would be like, no, you're not. You're only Jewish if your mom's Jewish. And I would be like, he is. All right, you guys are fun. I'll open up about this. I am tired of pretending that I don't have penis envy. Thank you. I totally have penis envy. Do you think I like taking my pants all the way off to piss behind cars? No. I feel like penis envy gets a bad rap because Freud coined the term, and his theory of penis envy was when women are little, they notice they don't have a dick so they can't fuck their mom. Yeah. And it's like, I don't want a dick so I can fuck my mom. I just want to write my name in the snow. And then what can my thing do? What can my pussy do? Get fucked and bleed. That's what I yell at people who cut me off in traffic. I'm gay, obviously. Yeah, I got to it eventually. We're there. And I'm dating someone right now. I'm dating a woman who lives in Canada. She is real. Thank you so much. Yes, I really am taking international flights to do hand stuff. It's the best. She's polyamorous, though, which is interesting. I always really thought that would make me feel insecure, but I actually feel more secure than ever dating a poly girl. Because when I was in monogamous relationships, I would be like, if she meets someone better than me, I'll die. But now, I'm like, if she meets someone better than me, we'll reschedule. Her new girlfriend's a doctor? Good. That bitch sounds busy. Thank you. That is an old joke. The relationship's already over. Thank you so much. But you know what? The breakup was okay, too. It was. Because, like, I hate getting dumped. And in polyamorous relationships, you don't get dumped. It's like a minimum wage job. You don't get fired. They just cut your hours until you quit. All right. I am trying to get back out there now. It's hard, though, because I have really bad depression. And one of the symptoms of depression that people don't really talk about much is it can cause dryness in your date's pussy. Yeah, I cannot roll with the punches of casual dating the way that most people can. Like, it always sucks when somebody cancels a date, right? Because you prepared for the date. You're like, ugh, I shaved my legs for nothing. But it is so much worse when you're depressed. I'm like, oh, you can't come over tonight? Well, then why did I just throw out 30 Gatorade bottles full of piss? That's right, we're closing on Gatorade piss. Thank you so much.
A weird weekend, I took an Uber here to the show, accidentally said love you when I got out of the car. I'm just trying to put my life back together after that. You guys ever do that? The love you to the Uber driver? No? Okay, well, just me. Really changes the vibe of the ride. I was like, I love you. Oh, no. I'm sorry. And the guy was like, what? And then I closed the door and hit the back of the car twice. Thank you. I did the trunk spank. I don't have kids, but that's dad mode. Dad mode activated. I spank trunks. I said, "Excuse me" to a stranger recently. Excuse me? I didn't even know that was in my vocabulary. What's tomorrow? Awesome sauce? I need help. Dad mode. Shawshank Redemption came on TV this week. I watched the whole movie standing up with my hands on my hips. Inches from the screen. The vibes are off in America. Do you agree? Not a great transition, but that's the vibe, you know? I was trying to put my finger on what is happening right now. It feels like the whole country is made out of Florida. You know what I mean? That's where we are now in 2025. We're in our oops, all Florida stage. It doesn't feel good walking around. We're very divided. I was trying to think, when was the last time we were truly united as a country? And I think whenever, okay. Sir, I'm trying to bring people together here, okay? When was the last time? I think it was the day Joe Biden dropped out. You remember. Search your mind, search your heart. This is not a political statement. You remember that hot July afternoon last year when the president was like, I gotta go home. Everyone was like, that seems like a good idea, I think. You're kind of freaking everybody out, man. We kind of joined hands across the aisle and we're like, do whatever you need to do. He was coughing a lot. We all coughed, but when he coughed, it felt like the cough, you know? Whoa! Was that dust? Ever since Trump won, I feel like all year my friends are having the same conversation. I feel like you see it on the news all the time. People are talking about this. They're like, the left needs a Trump. Have you heard that? In order to beat Trump and MAGA, the left needs to get a Trump. I've been thinking so much about that, and I think I have the solution. I think the left should just get Trump. Stay with me. You stayed with me for Biden coughing, okay? Hear me out. I think he would do it. I think he would go left. I don't think he cares. People are like, he's far right. Are you kidding me? He's far, okay? He's the furthest human being who's ever lived. He'll do it. You cut the check, a couple compliments. Woke Trump is right there. I don't think we realize how close we are as a country to woke Trump. How great would that be? It would be hilarious. I'm telling you, we're so close. We get the money together on Monday. I'm not even talking about the country, I'm talking about the people in this comedy club. We get them $800, GoFundMe. You give him a check, you'd have gender is a spectrum. How great would that be? We could come together for woke Trump. We love the non-binary people. They're not boys, they're not girls. They're something better. We love them, you know? They, them. Thank you, yes. Some of you are like, is it okay for me to support this? The answer, we don't know. Woke Trump isn't real, he can't hurt you. He would have ideas though, you know? Just like regular Trump. Woke Trump would think of stuff. We're beginning today's rally with a land acknowledgement. We love the Native Americans, the beautiful Choctaw people. We love them. Yeah. You know he would love saying Choctaw. Say what you will about Donald Trump, love him or hate him, we can all agree he loves saying words. We can all learn from that man, okay? Language is a miracle. We have a beautiful language. It's amazing that we can just communicate with each other, and he seems to be the only person who appreciates it. You know what I mean? This guy spent a year of his life going, Puerto Rico. You know, it's just, he loves sticking the landing on Puerto Rico. It's a fun word to say. Melania, she's not my wife, she's my partner. We're saying partner now. I'm gonna take her last name. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna be Donald some fucking European bullshit. That's gonna be my name. Some of you were like, I think that's enough woke Trump. Unfortunately, there's another 80 minutes of woke Trump. It's in my contract. I wish it were different. Luigi, we love Luigi. Oh, we love Luigi. He's pretty cute. He's a cute guy. His back hurt, he shot a guy, but we love looking at him, don't we? We love him. I'm gonna pardon him. I want him to give me a kiss. I'm a little gay. Gay Trump, okay. I'm 79, I can experiment. It's time for me to kiss Luigi. Anyone coming in now like, what is this weird rally that's happening? I'm like, gay Trump, gay Trump. Our presidents can't keep their hands at their sides. Have you noticed that? They're just, if you're president, you're never doing this. You know, Trump always looks like he's knitting something very small. I'm making little socks for Luigi, you know? Bunny goes around the tree. It's amazing. No, I've never seen another human being do this. Biden had a mosquito bite on his cheek for 50 years. He was just clawing at himself. That's why the debate last year was so worrisome, because it was just an hour and a half of go and Obama had it too. He always looked like he was trying to find his car in a crowded parking garage. What was that? Beep, beep. I thought we were parked on L4. Okay, all right. You guys are great. My name's Luke Mones. Thank you very much.
Keep that going for all the other comics you saw tonight. Keep that going for yourselves. Why not? You deserve it. Come on. That's all you got? Okay, all right. That's cool. Kind of medium self-esteem in this room. That's all right. I can work with that. I like them vulnerable. I think you guys are good. That's cool. No, you guys are a cool crowd, man. I don't know if it seems like you've been at this a while. I've been watching you guys this whole time, and you probably don't think about that. You come to a comedy show, right? You're here to watch us, and you're not thinking about the fact maybe that we're in the back of the room and we're watching you. And do you know what we're doing when we watch you? Anyone? We're judging you, that's right. I want you to know this whole time I've been judging you guys extremely favorably. I have been. I saw them, I was like, yes, good judgment. Positive judgment. Now, the other comics on this show, do you guys mind? They don't mind if I tell you. At one point or another, every other comic that you have seen or will see did come up to me and say, Mike, I don't know about these guys. They said that about you. They did. That was them. I told them, I don't know. I think they got what it takes because you guys are a very special crowd, and I dig it. I see what the fuck you're doing, and I'm into it, man. It's next level. Like any hack audience can sit down and fucking laugh at the jokes, you know, like a bunch of fucking sheep, right? Oh, comedian tells a joke, audience laughs. Comedian tells a joke. But you guys come in, you sit down, and you're like, not necessarily. And that's fun. For us, we don't fall into your rhythms. Do you know? We think you're gonna zig, you fucking zag. And that's, that rocks, dude. You guys have a voice as an audience. That's what the industry's looking for. So, hell yeah, dude, keep it up. And I firmly believe one night I'm gonna turn on The Tonight Show. And the camera's gonna pan to the crowd, it's gonna be you guys. And I'll be like, fuck yeah, I saw them in the storage room of a bowling alley and they followed their dreams, you know? So I just want you to know I do believe in you. So that's, it's important work we're doing here. This is important work. Maybe you don't think, okay, I don't know why you think you came. Maybe it's like, oh, it's date night. Where can we not talk for 90 minutes or whatever? But let me tell you what the hell is happening in this bowling alley right now, okay? As a comedian, that's me, just to be fucking clear. Audience, that's you guys. We're coming together and we're birthing laughter into the world where previously it did not exist, thereby making the world a better place. So you might think of yourself as just some, you know, freelance AI developer. You're part of the solution tonight, okay? And there's sacrifice involved in that. Like before I left to come here, dude, I was on my way out the door, right? That's just me. I'm no hero. That's how I leave my apartment, you know. That's just how I roll. You know, maybe you're a window gal. I don't know your story. Yeah. I'm a doorman, and I'm not a doorman. That's silly. I don't have a job, but you know what I mean, right? I leave through doors, right? So, anyway, I'm on my way out the door, and my son stops me, and he says to me, he goes, "Oh, Daddy, do you have a show tonight?" I know. Well, he didn't say that exactly. He said, "Mike, do you have a show tonight?" I said, "Yes, I do." And he was like, "Well, would you skip it? Because I want you to read me a story, tuck me in, put me to bed, have a relationship with me." And I get it. That hit me right here. I was like, "Buddy, I would love to, but there are 52 unemployed graphic designers in a bowling alley in Brooklyn, and they need to hear about Daddy's dick. So honestly, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe learn to read, put yourself to bed. Stop asking for a fucking handout all the time. You're 4 years old. It's ridiculous." It turns out he's 6. But the point is... What's the point? The point is that this shit matters. So you guys ready to make the world a better place? What do you say? Let's do it together. We're gonna do what we can. We're doing our part. I'm gonna do what I can. I can't do anything about,
Gaza or Ukraine or the Supreme Court or the climate or that one sniper dude's aim, but like for sure I can talk about my balls for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna do my absolute best for you. That's right, I'm gonna do the best that I can. I promise you that. I would do better than I can, but I've tried and it turns out I can't. So I'm gonna do my best. I'm not at my best. To be clear, I'm gonna do my best from where I'm at. That's all I got. Full disclosure, you could. I don't know if you can tell them. We'll out of it up here. All right, here's what happened. I had an edible yesterday, so I think it is starting to kick in. Those are crazy, man. I think that's the wrong way to take a drug that makes you anxious anyway, right? Like, by wondering how much you just took. Like, they got a label on it, but you're like, oh, cool, 20 milligrams. Let's see what that means this time. You know, it's just, oh, cool, the drug that caused 4 of my last 5 panic attacks? Nice. You know what I think would be good? A mystery dose. How about that? We'll just walk into the gutter, try and guess why everyone's looking at me. What could go wrong? It's because I'm on stage. Okay. No, I don't know. I don't really like the legal weed. You guys like the legal weed? I don't like the legal weed. I like that the weed is legal, but I don't like the legal weed. You know what I mean? Because like weed was like, all right, legalize it, but like it was fine. Yeah, it didn't. No one had any complaints about the weed. You know? It was totally fine. And then these nerds came in and they fucked it up. You know. And they come in, oh, what's the terpene profile? Like, what? Fuck off, dude. Like, no one asked. Well, this one comes on like a sativa, but it's technically got an indica lineage. Like, did anyone ask for this? We were just like, hey, legalize it. And they're like, what's that? Commercialize it, commodify it, coming right up. No one asked for that, right? Like, no one once was like, weed is cool, but what if it were more like toothpaste? Huh? That would be a little better. Whitening weed, or we're just like, hey, maybe we shouldn't have to go to jail, And they're like, yeah, you're right. The packaging should be more professional. I'm like, no. I actually used to smoke a lot more weed before it was legal. Anyone else? It's crazy, right? My whole life I was like, legal. I really thought I was like this big pothead. It turns out I just like breaking the law, honestly. So I was like, no fun for me anymore. I switched to shoplifting. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. Hopefully the nerds don't fuck that up too. They're trying. Even shoplifting has gotten weird. Have you guys been lately? It got weird. I was in CVS the other day. CVS, Consumer Value Stores? Yeah, I was... Oh, shit, you came to laugh. Turns out you fucking learn. That's what it stands for. I wikied it for you. You don't have to. But every time you go to a Consumer Value Store, they have... the thing that you're there to get, it's always behind the glass. Have you noticed it? It's not the most expensive things at the store. It's just specifically what you came for, right? I don't know how they know. They have a very impressive data mining operation, but it's like this silly thing. You go in, and then you see the thing, and you gotta press the button. The guy comes over with the key, and he opens it, right? And he takes it out, and he hands it to you, and then you steal it, And it's just like, I don't know why we are adding all these extra steps. It kind of seems, it was a lot cheaper for me to steal it the old way, but, I guess that's, what's the takeaway from this set? I'm a thief. Okay, all right, good. I don't steal. It's only to feed my family. I've been going through some changes. I don't know if you guys probably stay the same forever, but I've been changing. Here's a change I made lately. I've been putting it off for a while, but I'm glad I went for it. I became middle-aged. Anyone else? It kind of rips. I put it off for a long time. And it's really like I thought it was like this scary thing. All it is, you just like wake up one morning, and your thirst for cocaine. It's weird. It's like it gets replaced with a fascination for interest rates, and that's basically. I mean, don't get me wrong. You still do cocaine. You're not quite so thirsty for it anymore, and. You start to believe in yourself a little more. You're just like, you know what? I bet I can watch everything on Netflix, I'm not sure like what age it starts at. I don't think it's like a number, you know, you can't, because it's different for different people. There's like more of an attitude. Like I think middle age starts the first time you Google when does middle age start. I think that's what it is, right? You type it in and Google's like, guess what? You know, because it can't be the same forever. You know, it's like some people are born middle aged. Like I've got this son. He's 10 years old, or he's 6. It doesn't matter. That's not the point, you know. Point is, he goes somewhere during the day and then he comes back. Okay, and that's the necessary exposition. I mean, he went wherever he goes, and then he comes back off the school bus apparently, and he comes right up to me. He doesn't say hello or anything. The first thing he says to me, he goes, "Austin Richards would not wear his seatbelt on the bus." Okay, that's a middle-aged dude, right? Like, school bus narc, for sure, is... Like, I'm just picturing him on the bus, like, getting so mad, just like, oh, look at Olivia laughing at his daredevil. She should sit next to me. I play by the rules. You know, like, that's heavy middle-aged energy right there. And I should have known, because when he was first born, he had this condition called cradle cap. No, I won't stop. This is how the joke goes, dude. Cradle cap. Do you know what that is? Okay, so it's a condition. Yeah, let's burn this place to the fucking ground. Let's not do that. It literally would just take one match. So let's not do that. No, let me finish my thing. I'm taping a thing, you fucker. All right. We'll reduce this place to rubble at 10:35 p.m. Cradle cap. Anyone know what that is? So this is a condition. It's where you're born with a full head of hair, and then it all falls out. So I think that was his way of telling me, right? He's like, look, dude, I don't have my words, but you ought to know I'm 50. You know what I mean? Middle age is weird. I'm not old. I'm 44. So that's not old. It's not old. But it is old enough that I can say for sure that my life has not gone as I planned. I know that. Like, the experiment continues, but let's be honest, the data are in, you know. We can report some preliminary findings. You know, and that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, you know, it's whatever. Cause it's fine. Because life is not about following your plans, right? We make plans so that you have something to compare what actually happens against. That's the only reason for it. You know, you want to make plans because you want to be surprised by life. You know, if you don't make plans, you're not surprised. You're just like, oh, what's going on in the bowling alley or whatever. You know, but if you make plans, all of a sudden, your whole life, it's like you're alert, you're awake. You're aware. Everything pops into 3D. The colors are brighter. You're in awe the whole time, just looking around, going, "Wow, this is not what I pictured." You know, they say man makes plans and God laughs. Yeah. So the way I look at it, my life's not falling apart. Okay, I'm just getting a laugh from God. Am I about to lose my house, or did I just get an applause break from the big guy? You know what I'm saying? What's going on here? You know, what's a matter of perspective? Nietzsche said God is dead. He didn't mention it's because I killed so fucking hard. You know, whatever. Anyway, that's, I have more, but that's all you get for tonight.
I got laid. Thank you. It was bad. I know. Okay, let me tell you how bad this was. After I faked a leg cramp so he would get off of me. Fellas, we've done this, okay? Just so you know. He goes, "Tell me I'm your God." I was like, "What?" And he was like, "You heard me. Call me your God." And I was like, "I'm gonna call you an Uber because you're a fucking psychopath." And then, okay, ladies, what do we do after we've had bad sex? Witchcraft. Okay, so look at me, okay? I look like Goody Proctor's queer cousin, okay? I turned that bitch in 100%. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna go into Google, I'm gonna look for a spell. And so I Googled vaginal energy cleansing spell. Ladies, take notes, okay? This was the spell. Add hot water into a bathtub. Then add basil, sea salt, and rosemary. And I looked at this and I was like, this is not a spell. this is a recipe. But you know what? Call me clam chowder. Let's fucking do this, okay? So I make my soup, and I get into my little soup, and I float around like a little matzo ball, just floating around. And you ever have that moment where you're just like, what the fuck am I doing? And I had it, because I was just like, oh my God, like what if like the basil gets stuck in the pipes, and then I gotta call my landlord, and he's gonna be like, why the fuck is there basil stuck in the fucking pipe? And I'd be like, there's a guy, he's my God, it's a whole thing. And so I was like, I should get out of this spell. And here's the thing, is like, you're supposed to use the live sprigs of these things. I didn't do that, okay? I used the dried herbs. So when I got up, I looked like a wet roast chicken, just like fresh out of the oven. Because I went to the cupboard. I was just like, what do we got? Old Bay. Okay, yeah, I'm a little spicy Trader Joe's everything but the bagel. Hell yeah. I'm a tiny little bagel. We met on Field. Have you guys been on Field? We got a couple freaks in here. Do you guys know what Field is? Okay, so I know you do. You're like literally touching her pussy in front of me, and I appreciate the effort. So this is what Field is, okay? Field it's a kink app. It's for like kink, not just kinks. Like maybe you want like a one-night stand or a friend with benefits, or you like being hung by your balls on a ceiling fan. I don't know. Whatever it is, Field's got something for you, okay? And so I went on there because I was like, I want to try being a dominatrix. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you guys are looking at me. It's not my vibe, okay? But I committed. I bought a crop. I bought leather handcuffs because I have a nickel allergy. You have to be careful. Very sensitive. And I was like, I'm gonna find a sub, and it's gonna be awesome, okay? Like I'm normally a switch, which means I go between being submissive and dominant. It means like I want you to call me a good girl while I peg you, you know? Yeah, I know you get pegged. Look at you. 100%. Some of you, maybe you don't know, all right? I talk to a lot of older people, and this is how I explain what pegging is, okay? Pegging, in case you don't know, is when a lady, such as myself, will put a strap-on, and then I will make the same amount of money as a man. Yeah, happens immediately. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna find a sub. And so I find a sub, and things are going great. Date's going hot, we're having a good time, and I can tell that he wants to do the doming. He's like, oh, I want you to dominate me. And I was like, hell yeah. We go back to the apartment, we're about to do the thing. And then I realized very quickly, I am not a dominatrix, because I have this nervous tick, and that is when I get nervous, my home accent comes out. Now, I'm not from New York. I am from the great state of Minnesota. So we're about to do the thing, and then he's just like, oh, dominate me. And I got so nervous. I was just like, oh, yeah? Is that what you want? Well, okay then. Oh, yeah, you betcha I'm gonna dominate you, huh? Oh, you're such a bad boy. I bet you like to shoplift from Target, huh? You're so bad. He left crying, so did my work. Okay. I am a lady with an OnlyFans, okay? I don't do any nudity. This is what I do, okay? For $60, you can send me a picture of your wiener, and I will make fun of it. It's the greatest gift the internet's ever given women, okay? But you guys are so bad at taking photos all the time. This is the photos I get, okay? It's the guy, he's laying down, and then the camera's here. And then their stomach is out, and then it's just like this little head. Just like cresting the top, just a little. And then socks. What are you doing? You just sent a stranger your dick, but you're just like, dude, look at my feet. Oh no, I'm so bashful. I deal with a lot of MAGA people in my life. My parents are MAGA. Anyone else?
blessed. So I moved here like about a year ago from Los Angeles, where my mother still is. And we haven't talked in a while because we got into a little bit of a fight. So my mother, very MAGA, okay? And we're both Jews. It was right after the inauguration. And you guys remember when our little Elon baby boy did a little, hey. What's that? He did a little high five to the world. Don't even like, so, we know what it is, right? I just want you guys to know I'm making the most unclippable set I could possibly think of doing. But this is my truth. So he did that. And everyone here can agree that was a Nazi salute, right? Yeah. We can all agree. And then I thought for one moment that me and my mother, both Jews, would come together on this. And I would be like, Mama, he did a Nazi salute. And she'd be like, oh, I know, that was so crazy. She's Russian. She doesn't just sound weird. Oh my God, that was so crazy, Zhenya. I'd be like, I know. And then we would hug and all the trauma from my childhood would be gone, okay? And so I go to her and I go, Mama, can you believe he did the thing? And she goes, no, it was not a Nazi salute, Zhenya. He is autistic. And I was like, no, he did it. He did the thing. And she goes, no, Zhenya, he was giving his heart to people. And then my brain broke. It snapped in half, okay? And I lost it, all right? And I'm not proud about what I did. I basically cornered my mother in my apartment. And I started Nazi saluting to my mother, shouting, what is this? And then she goes, okay, it was a Nazi salute, Zhenya. It was. I don't care. It broke me, right? Then I was like, I gotta kick my mother out of my apartment. So I kicked my mom out of my apartment, but this is where it gets real bad. I didn't just kick her out. As she left, I Zig Heiled her out of the apartment and shouted, Zig Heil, bitch! Now, here's the thing you have to understand. This was in the great city of Glendale, California. And our apartment complexes are not like the apartment complexes in New York. You walk out, you open your door, there's a hallway, people keep themselves. In Glendale, my apartment opens up to the neighborhood, okay? To a beautiful Glendale neighborhood. It's gorgeous. And she leaves. I go back inside. I'm feeling bad. My friend comes over about 5 minutes later, and he knocks on the door. And he's like, oh my God, Jenny, the craziest thing just happened. I just heard a small child shout, Zig Heil, bitch. So we're not talking right now, but that's okay. I do. I love my mom. I love my family. They're difficult people. They're trying to figure it out. But MAGA people they're wild people. They're also preppers. I just don't understand the idea of prepping, right? Like you're prepping, and then you buy a farm away from everybody, and you're like, I'm gonna have this farm and just live by myself with just my family on this farm, and it's gonna be great. And it's like, okay, well, then the end of the world comes, then what do you do? Then it's just you and your family? What are your options? You're either gonna watch your family die, or you gotta fuck your family. All I'm saying is at the end of the world, I don't want to be around. Because first of all, the people who prep, they all drink their piss. I don't need to hang out with that person. But second of all, this is how I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out in a tiny kiddie pool full of cupcakes, petting a puppy, getting eaten out by 12 dudes. Okay, and when I come, the world's going to explode. Okay? You guys are great. I'm Jenny Zigrino. Have a good night.
You know why I don't like Europe is it turns me into a Republican. That's why. It does. There's like a toxically broy, patriotic guy that comes out of me there. And I worked a long time to not be that guy. I was a broy guy for a long time. I became a lot more liberal to get pussy in Brooklyn. And because it was the right thing to do. In that order, unfortunately. But But I forget I become that guy when I go back to Europe because I flew to France. I was running through the airport to make a connection. I'm running next to this French guy. We're both dripping sweat. We get to the connection and we miss it. And he turns to me and he goes, well, at least we both did sport. And I'm not proud of myself, but somewhere deep within me, I was just like, fuck out of here with that gay shit, bro. There's one sport and it's called American football. And we get concussions and we fucking kill ourselves. I'm a liberal, I become a Republican in France. I think if they're so worried about us being snowflakes, they should send all of us to Paris for a week. Oh, you're inclusive of everyone? Try buying a croissant from a guy wearing jean shorts. 1 week in Paris and a non-binary person from Brooklyn would be like, my pronouns are fuck France. I was there, I was paid to MC a wedding, which was weird because I ran into this dude I grew up with. Now that I'm a comedian, when that happens, guys from my life will like ask me to roast them. So I ran into this dude, he was like mad jacked, he was the captain of my college football team. He's one of these dudes that's so jacked, you know he's not liberal. You know, there's just a level of jacked where you do have to be a Republican. Like to even have that much strength, you gotta put some hate behind that. A couple older guys in the crowd not laughing, and that's sort of my point. You've never seen a dude, why do I bench press? Women's rights. So I ran into this dude, he's like, bro, you gotta roast me. What would your roast to me even be? That I seem so straight on the outside, I'm probably gay on the inside. I was like, what? I was like, that sounds like something you're working through. I didn't even bring that up. But it got me thinking, I think dudes, we'd be better at therapy if all it was us writing roast jokes for ourselves. What do I like, do cocaine? Because it's the only time I give myself permission to be unapologetically me. Would that be the joke? Knock, knock, who's there? Can't get hard. Can't get hard who? Can't get hard me. The therapist is like, that's actually all the time we have. Dude, it's so hard to have like an honest, emotional conversation with another straight dude. Because you're like avoiding vulnerability at all costs. You guys know that game, The Floor is Lava? With another straight guy, it's kind of like The Floor is Gay. They'll be like, how's the breakup? You're like, totally fine. I didn't like that bitch at all. She was a whore. I only like guys. That's how straight I am. I'm so straight I don't even like women. Maybe you're gay because you're on the floor and I'm on the stool. Maybe you're gay because you're on the floor and daddy's up here on the stool. All right. Bit of a room silencer there. I did that joke at a gay show last week, and I swear to God, I overheard someone say, I know he's not gay because he didn't arch his back. I was like, I'm fucking trying, all right? I don't even know why toxic masculinity is. I do think I can describe what it feels like. Like, trying to get real with another bro dude kind of feels like... You ever been on the outside of a dance circle? You know that feeling of like, nah, bro, you jump in first, then I'll jump in. How do I feel about my dad? Oh! He makes me really sad. He doesn't support my career at all. Yeah. All right, that was the whitest thing I've ever done in my... Yeah. All right, that was... I don't know. I'm not like a man, but I'm not a boy. I'm like a big boy, you know what I mean? Every time I do a manly thing, it's always for a boyish reason. Like, I would never hit a woman. Okay, seems like we're not on board with this one. I didn't say I would hit a woman. I would never hit a woman, but not because it's wrong, just because I'm not 100% sure I could win. How much would that suck to go to commit domestic abuse and 30 seconds later be like, time out, time out, time out. Pause, I wasn't ready. It's a good headlock. I don't know, I'll complain about toxic masculinity and then I'll also just lie to my guy friends. Because for a time I'd been falling in love with this girl, which, gay, and We spent like a month together staring into each other's eyes, telling each other our deepest secrets. Whole thing I told my guy friends about her, I just said she has a fat ass. I turned the corner, I was like, fat ass, place in my heart. I was like, she's got that hourglass body, which is ironic because time stands still when I'm with her. So we had a weird getting together. We hung out every day for a month. We made it official. And then the day after we made it official, she told me that she had borderline personality disorder. Oh. Yeah, I wasn't fired up about that either. Oh, yeah, thank you, motherfuckers. This is how she told me, too. She told me so casually. She goes, I mean, a psychiatrist said I had it. I was like, that's who says. So, I mean, the cop said I had a DUI. I was like, then you did, you know. So we broke up. It was like a 2-month relationship. I have a chapstick that lasted longer than that relationship. But I couldn't tell in the beginning because we were arguing a lot. I couldn't tell if she was just like kooky. Feels like I'm going to great lengths to not call a woman crazy. Couldn't tell if she was such a silly goose. Couldn't tell if she was too much fun, you know. I couldn't tell if she was crazy or like a bad person. Because you let anyone explain why they are the way they are, they don't seem that bad. Like even Hitler. You guys are fucking pussies. I can't handle this crowd. Even Hitler was probably in therapy like, I think I make the Jews feel small to make me feel big. I don't know why I made Hitler gay in that. I probably should have said I was Jewish before I did that one. I'm not, but I should have said it. No, I am Jewish, and I like to make the Nazis lame in my jokes, because to somebody out there, they were. You know what I mean? Like, to somebody out there, Hitler was just that kid in 4th grade that shit his pants. Like, when Hitler came into power in Germany, there was a guy on his couch somewhere just like, fucking Shitler? Are you kidding me? Germany's about to get pretty stinky. Yeah, this girl and I broke up. I will say we were arguing a lot, and I don't love arguing with women in general, because women, you tend to pull things into arguments that are not always related to the argument. Men were physically violent, but women, very annoying women. Men, rapists, but women, I'll give you an example. I was on a road trip with my ex, we're having an argument, and I started to build up some momentum in the fight. And as I did, I hit a raccoon with the car. And she goes, exactly. You just proved my point. You selfish motherfucker. I was like, that's a wildlife accident. That doesn't... A fucking hawk swooped down from the sky and clawed your head. I wouldn't be like, told you not to wear your hair that way. I don't know. I do know how to start an argument, though. I know how to piss women off very well. Like, this is a great way to piss women off. It's like, bring up the gender wage gap. No. Tell a woman that your celebrity crush is Sydney Sweeney. Girls hate that, because every time you say that, they're like, what? So you just like a blonde girl with big tits? It's like, yeah. Girls want you to be like, my celebrity crush is Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. I want to fuck her pros. I want to impregnate her decision to uphold Roe v. Wade. And then I want to pay for the abortion.
You guys doing power stances? One person, okay, cool. The rest of you, raw dog confidence, fuck you. Okay. What do you think, you're better than me and this lady? Fuck off. Okay. You know what they are, right? Like, you do something to feel confident and good in the morning. Like, some people do this. This is the Superman pose. A lot of people do this for the freaks. I hate this one. I've been doing the same power pose for 20 years, and someone just saw me do this. I'm so fucking embarrassed. Every morning before I leave my apartment, I look in the mirror, and I go like this. I swear to God. I go like... I swear. And my now ex-girlfriend saw me do this, and And she was like, what the fuck is that? And I had to look an adult in the eye and be like, babe, this is the pose Jackie Chan makes on the DVD cover of Rush Hour, and it's the only way I feel confident leaving home in the morning. I love you. Please don't leave. Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys are fun. Yeah, this made my roommate laugh. I don't usually do impressions. Please be cool about this. This is the only impression I'm ever gonna do. I need y'all on my side. This is Italian Urkel. Okay? We're on board. We know Urkel? Yeah, we've heard of Italians. You're gonna love this. It's Italian Urkel. You telling me I did this? All right, that's... Thank you. Hell yeah. This is cool. Okay, so you guys are fun. I think you guys seem like a horny crowd. I'm getting back out there. I went through it. So, yeah, a girl peed in my bed recently. I'm cool with it. I'm totally cool with that. If you've never peed in someone's bed, you've never been in love. This girl peed in my bed, but then she was like, "It's not pee, it's cum." And I was like, "Well, you were asleep." And and it's yellow, so we got to get you to a doctor now. I could never do that. A lady could never be like, "Max, did you shit in my bed?" It's like, no, it's cum. Okay, this is something I found out last year. If you return an engagement ring, not only will you get a fraction of your money back, but Diane behind the counter at Zales at Queens Center Mall will let you hug her for as long as you need. It's cool. We're going through a breakup. I'm at the point where everything reminds me of her. Like, I walked by a Foot Locker the other day and I was like, oh, she wore shoes. And that's not a healthy place to be. This is my first breakup in my 30s, and it's so different now. Like, when you get dumped in your 20s, your whole mentality is like, oh no, I don't know who I am anymore. But like when you get dumped in your 30s, it's like, oh fuck, someone out there knows who I really am. And that's so much scarier, dude. This girl has dumped me 4 times. I think it's me. This is 10 more and I get a set of steak knives. One of my friends was like, why do you keep going back? I was like, does anybody done that before? Has anybody like gone back and forth? You have? It's so hard to explain to somebody that there's nothing more exciting in a relationship than someone who's always about to leave all the time, right? That's what the edge of your seat is made for, dude. It's so good. So yeah, the last time this girl, I am having sex with my ex-girlfriend right now. It's cool. I've never done this before. I like it. I'm cool. Thank you. It's fun. I've never done, because it's cool, because like there's no dating. You know what they like in bed, and I'm still like completely in love with her. And it's the most like, it's great, dude. That's the stakes are here, dude. The last time this lady dumped me, she immediately went to New Zealand for her best friend's wedding, and she was taking a solo trip through Europe on her way back. She is white, and she got she got to Paris, and this is the pettiest thing I've ever done. So when I get sad, I lose a lot of weight. I stop eating. So like I didn't look good, but I did look thin. And so I've never done this before. I posted a shirtless picture on Twitter, and then I went to sleep. And when I woke up at 8:30 in the morning, I got a phone call from my ex-girlfriend who I hadn't talked to in 2.5 months. And she was like, "You fucking asshole." And I was like, "Oh, hell yeah, it worked." And so she's yelling at me. I'm yelling at her. By noon, she was like, "I love you." I was like, "I love you." She was like, "Can you come to Paris?" I was like, "I'll be there in 12 hours." And so this is the most romantic thing anybody's with a credit card has ever done. I fly to Paris, and I've never been, and we're doing cool sex shit. Like, Paris is where sex goes to fuck. And so, like, we're doing, right? Like, we're doing that. We go to Brussels. I had my birthday in Brussels, and then we went to Amsterdam, where I met her parents for the very first time. And, like, I can't tell you how big of a jump it is to go from doing anal in Paris to meeting your ex-girlfriend's mom in the Anne Frank house. It's just, it's like a completely different basement to attic situation than you think you're ready for. It's, Anal in Paris is my favorite Kanye West song. Okay, I got that out. I don't know. I did think it was going to work out with that lady because we had our first date at the Dave & Buster's in Times Square, and it's not the funny part. It was going so well, and then I took out my wallet, and she was like, "Do you already have a Dave & Buster's card?" I was like, "What? No, dude!" the bartender came out and was like, Max, the usual. It's like, shut the fuck up, Ted. This is for real how I dealt with this breakup. And I think I know, you can totally answer this. Does anybody in here like the band Fish? No, okay. You speak for everybody and I understand that. I don't. You do think you're better than me. Okay, so this girl broke up with me. I saw Fish 7 times. And like, so I don't drink anymore, but I'm still cool. And like, so I went to Fish and there was a moment where I was eating acid. I was gumming Molly. I was snorting ketamine. I had a nitrous balloon. And I honestly looked at my best friend. I was like, can you believe I haven't had a drink in like 3 years, dude? Like, Fish fucking rips, dude. Greatest, but you can be whoever you want, dude. You're just floating through whatever you want. Anyways, they're coming back. I'm stoked. Yeah, no, I didn't deal with that, right? It's because like everything's fucked up. Like I smoke a lot of pot. That's how I deal with shit. Like everyone here's, no one here's a cop, right? I'm on mushrooms right now. It's okay. Like, please be cool. No one in here is a cop, right? Like, if you're a cop, you have to tell me. If you're a cop, where is my son? Okay, so I'm doing this new thing, though, where I get high and I make fake dating profiles, and I'm using, using pictures of my dad, and the bio on all of them says, just making sure my daughter isn't on here. And he's crushing it, dude. My dad is 67 years old and has Parkinson's. We smoke a lot of pot together, very shaky joint pass. We get high together. You can laugh at that. It is totally okay. You can laugh at that. He wrote that joke. It's all right. It's fine. Okay, if he could still write, he would have written that. But like, so... They didn't teach. Like, I'm from the South. Is anybody here from the South? Oh shit! Yeah, where are your manners, dude? A fucking phone in the front row from the South. Where are you from? Alabama. Hell, yeah, this might be just a you and me thing. Did you also think that you were gonna have sex at the end of sex ed? Okay, all right. No, just me. Okay, I was. Do you have a driver's license? Did you have to drive a car to get that license? Ipso facto, dude. And so, like, I thought it was gonna happen. I was 12. I had my best cargo shorts on, fucking like camo, dude, below the knee, very cool shit. And I walk in, and the woman that's teaching it is like, okay, I need a volunteer for this next thing. And I was like, fucking yeah, dude. And I go up. And she opens up a bag of glitter and she says, all right, shake someone's hand. And I was like, all right, this is how I find my mate. And I went over to this girl, Jess, who fucking now works in Congress. and I put my hand out and we're shaking hands. And the woman's like, great, now you two shake everybody's hands. I was like, this is getting wild, right? Like this is my first time. Everybody, and by the end of it, it's a bunch of children covered in glitter. And the woman says, congratulations, you all have AIDS. And like, I grew up in Georgia. This is a school in the South. Like, one kid freaks the fuck out and runs to the nurse's office like, I think I have AIDS, I think I have AIDS. And that kid stands up here tonight with just a little bit of HPV. Thanks a lot, guys.
I'm feeling very insecure about my body right now. I think I look pretty good for somebody who had a kid 6 months ago, but no, sorry. That somebody is not me. It's just the scale I want to be graded on. That's all. No, I don't have kids, but I do have to decide soon if I'm going to have a kid. I keep getting asked if I'm going to freeze my eggs, and then I have to explain to those people that I can barely afford eggs. I'm at the age where when I'm with my parents, I will very intentionally drink alcohol in front of them so they don't think I'm pregnant. We went to my cousin's wedding a month ago, and I just didn't feel like drinking, and my mom clocked it immediately. They came around and they were like, champagne? And I was like, no thanks, I'm good. And my mom goes, so? Is there something you want to tell me? And I was like, oh, she knows I'm on mushrooms. does she always know? No, I don't know. I don't have a kid. I can't take care of a kid. I can't take care of another human being, right? I can barely take care of myself. I just learned my whole life I've been doing oral hygiene wrong. Because what you're supposed to do, did you guys know this? What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to floss first, then mouthwash, then brush. The end. Did you guys all know that? Okay, good. Thank you. Some of you did, but I feel very validated by those of you who didn't. Because I've probably been doing what you've been doing. I brush first, then I mouthwash, and then I floss 2 days before my dentist appointment and act shocked that I'm bleeding. I'm like, that's crazy. That's never happened for me before. You did that. That's wild. No, I don't know. I live in New York. Like, my apartment is not set up for kids. Right? I mean, honestly, it's not set up for people. The mice are doing well. Has anybody here ever dealt with mice? Has anybody here had a mouse problem? Does anybody have any advice for me? Get a cat. Okay, do you have a cat? You're the most confident person in this room. I just want you to know. A woman with a cat. People love to make fun of a woman with a cat. A woman with a cat is the most confident person you will ever meet because that is a person who can handle rejection. I mean it. Cats treat you like it is last call at the bar. They're the hottest girl and you are all that's left. They'll like walk by you, ignore you the whole time, and then maybe if you're lucky, they'll double back and be like, okay, you can touch me, but not on the stomach. It's a hot girl. I saw a poster for a lost cat once and I was like, I think that's just a cat that's moved on. I was in Louisiana last week and somebody told me to get a snake. I can't have a snake. I don't have a nipple piercing and 17 tattoos, so that's an issue. No, I've been trying to put like stuff in the traps for these mice. Like I put peanut butter in the traps. Somebody told me I should put peanut butter, but I had to stop because I was like, what if they have an allergy? And then I was putting good cheese in there. Like Murray's cheese, like good shit, like good. Because that's how I want to go. If you gave me a full wheel of brie tonight, you can snap my neck tomorrow. I'll leave a note saying don't press charges. But it's New York, you know? That's the price we pay. I've lived in New York now for 10 years. And I'm not going to call myself a New Yorker because people in New York who were born here get very upset if you call yourself a New Yorker and you weren't born here. I think it's because you still have a little bit of happiness and they don't like that. There's always some guy who's like, I'm a New Yorker, born and raised, always miserable. Like, it's always that guy. So I'm not going to do that. But I will say the first time I ever felt like a New Yorker, I remember I was sitting on the subway, falling asleep. And when I woke up, there was a man standing in front of me with his dick out. But I was so tired that the only reaction I could muster up was, come on, man. And then he went, all right, and put it away. And I was like, New York, I did it. I made it. I'm a New Yorker. I'm too exhausted to be sexually harassed. Also hilarious that he asked for consent. I can't stop thinking about, like, honestly, that's one of the better men in New York, you know? No, I love living in New York now. It took me a while, but I think I loved it the first time I experienced Halloween here. Halloween in New York is so fun because you get to try to figure out like who's in costume and who just looks like that, right? It's really fun. Last year on Halloween, I saw a guy dressed as Super Mario running to catch the train. And he did not make it. Like the train closed in his face. And then somebody from across the platform who saw the whole thing yelled out, should have held down B. And that was mean of me, but I was just like in a mood. I don't know. I grew up in Kentucky, and there's not a lot to do in Kentucky, but we do have one cool thing. We have Abraham Lincoln's birthplace is in Kentucky, and they turned it into a museum. It's a cool place. You can go. I remember going fairly often as a kid, And then I went back recently, I drove by it, and they have a new billboard up outside of Abraham Lincoln's birthplace, and it says, Abraham Lincoln never had the opportunity to get vaccinated, but you do. And I was like, sorry, what? Because don't get me wrong, I think that's like a good message to have. I just think Abraham Lincoln is the wrong messenger. Right? That's like the one guy who famously died of a shot. No, I'm pro-vaccine. I love a vaccine. I want every vaccine. Give me vaccines. People think vaccines cause autism. That's why autism is on the rise. Autism's not on the rise. We just have better testing for it, right? That's all it is. Autism's not on the rise because we've been reading Amelia Bedelia since the 60s. Amelia Bedelia is a series about an autistic woman trying to make it in a neurotypical world and failing. But that's just how far along we've come with autism testing, because now they have like real tests. In the 90s, they just read the class Amelia Bedelia, and then they were like, who doesn't get why this is funny? And then you didn't see that kid again until high school. No, I love vaccines. I'm Jewish. Give me whatever you got. My immune system can't do anything on its own. I love it. Have you guys heard this phrase, we listen and we don't judge? Okay. As a Jewish woman, I have never related to a phrase less in my life than we listen and we don't judge. Not only am I judging, I'm not really listening. I love being Jewish. I really do. I love being Jewish so much, and I would give it all up in a heartbeat if I got to genuinely celebrate Christmas. God. Christmas is incredible. Christmas, it's like Christmas. Like, it's so good. There's no Jewish holiday as fun as Christmas. Most Christmas songs were written by Jews. Because Jews couldn't find a Jewish holiday happy enough to write that stuff. There's no cozy chestnuts roasting on an open fire for Jews. It's all just like dreidel. Like that's just a song about a guy going up to a child saying, you want to learn how to gamble? Like it's not cozy. It's a song about rules. There's no like equivalent of Jewish Santa. Somebody once told me it's Elijah, that's our Santa, but Elijah is a ghost who shows up halfway through dinner, drinks your alcohol, and leaves. And that's not Santa. That's like the child of your most troubled friend from 7th grade who like you're still worried about. There's no Jewish Santa. So Jewish Santa would be such a bummer, right? He's not gonna come down the chimney. He's just gonna come through the front door and be like, I know your mother. So I grew up in Kentucky, but I moved here from New Orleans. That's where I used to live. I loved living in New Orleans too very much. Jazz Fest is like this really cool outdoor festival that I would go to every year. And I remember one year at Jazz Fest, this is like why you should go to live music, because cool stuff will just happen. I went to Jazz Fest and I saw Stevie Wonder perform. And while he was performing, it was pouring down rain. But the show must go on. And he started playing Ribbon in the Sky, which is a song about a rainbow. And halfway through the song, the rain stopped and a rainbow came out. And we went nuts. We got so loud, we were cheering. We were like, oh my God, it's a song about a rainbow, and a rainbow came out. We could not believe we were like, this is incredible, this is live. But I also remember thinking like, what does Stevie Wonder think is happening right now? He was just like, yeah, I really killed that lick. All right, thank you guys so much. I'm Ariel.
.com. Wow, 14-year-old me. Dreams really do come true. All right, I love it. Thank you guys so much. My name is Kyle Gordon. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do some characters for you. So these are impressions, but not of specific people, but these are impressions of types of people. So this first character I'm going to do, she was a famous country singer in the early 2000s. Not in the world I created, she was very, very famous. And she's known as Queen of the Girl Boss Anthems. So put your hands together right now for Tanya McCabe. Evening, y'all. Evening, y'all. So glad to be back in New York City, New York, the home of country music. Now I'm gonna cut to the quick. I'm gonna play my big hit from 2004. And this song goes out to any girl who once thought, I could do it as good as any of the fellas. Girls can be anything that they want to, smart or beautiful. You can be a CEO or a fireman too, or should I say firewoman? Hoo-ha! Girls can be doctors. Hooray! And a girl will be the president of the USA. No way! Well, maybe someday. Girls are the best in the world. Every good person is a girl. Better than every boy in the whole wide world. They're all bad, we don't like them. Cause girls are smart and rich and fast. I said, girls can freaking kick your... Shh, come on now. Girls are the best in the world. I'm a girl, so it means that I am good. Girls can be nasty or squeaky clean. We can give head or pray. Girls can be really nice or they can be mean. They told me that I give bad head. Girls can be Baptist or a Lutheran priest. Any type of Christian is good. A girl can be a mother or defend our freedom overseas. Let's give it up for our sisters in Iraq. I can drink whiskey with the big boys, and I don't give a hoot. You diss American women? Well, here's my boot. Right up Bin Laden's ass. Well, I don't care if you're white or brown or green or purple or black. You talk about racism? Here's what I think about that. It's bad. Girls are the best in the world. Every good person is a girl. Better than every boy in the whole wide world. Cause girls are smart and rich and fast. I said, girls can freaking kick. Hey, watch your mouth now, come on. Girls are the best in the world. Okay, for this next part, I'm gonna need a little bit of audience participation. Can you get down with some of that? I said, can you get down with some of that? All right, now that's more like it. So at this point, I'd like all the fellas in the room, everyone who identifies as a man, to please stand up right now. I think I see a few of you. Come on, don't be shy, boys. Come on. Come on, fellas. Stand tall, stand proud. Now hang your head in shame. And you fucking stay standing. You dished it out for 10,000 years. You can take it for a minute. Now all my fierce queens out there, I'd like you to sing along with me. Sing it right in their faces. Girls are the best in the world. Can you guys do that? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Girls are the best in the world. Yell at them, make them feel bad about who they are inside. Girls are the best in the world. Insult their genitalia and why it's weird and gross. Come on. Girls are the best in the world. Use physical violence. Attack them with your hands. Girls are the best in the world. Every good person is a girl. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, it's 2023 and this is the face of feminism. If it wasn't for strong guys like me, where would you girls even be? Awesome. Thank you guys. I'm gonna keep it going and I'm gonna do another character for you. And this character is very interesting because he could be a Jew like me. Speaking of, are there any Jews in the room? In New York City? Where'd you guys come from? All right. No, could be a Jew like me, or he could be a Nazi. Ooh, boo on that. Yeah, boo. We don't like those ones. Could be a Jew, could be a Nazi. You guessed right. This next character is a white guy from Brazil. Yeah, I feel World War II. We're right in the cracked universe here. All right, great. This next character, he plays a genre of music known as bossa nova. It's a style of jazz that was particularly popular in the early 60s. If you still can't picture it, do we remember the show Mad Men? Yeah, right? So this is the type of music they would play on that show to let you know that the two characters on screen are about to fuck. All right, so I'm gonna let this character introduce himself. Buenas noches. My name Antonio Frankfurt, and my music is about love. It's about making love, and in fact, it's at the point now that I feel like I need to come every single day. And I'll have sex with any type of person, even women that are like spooky to me and things like that. And women that are very sick. So this song is like about that. Thank you so much. Ha ha ha. She's the ugliest girl on the beach, but I still want that piece. Oh, I'm not a good person at all. Under the shade of the baobab tree, I see her resting her head, her giant head, it doesn't fit on her neck, aye. And her face, it is covered in mustard. Her good eye is looking at me, and my heart, it goes via bubble, dia bubble, dia bubble, dia bubble, dia bubble, dia bubble. So double dia babi, double dia babi, dia. Oh, she's the ugliest girl on the beach, but I still want that piece. Oh, I'm really just a slimy type of guy. Hey, she walks to me, approaching just like a camel. Her body is covered in bugs, so many strange little freaky type of bugs now. She's so tall, but her legs are two different sizes. Her teeth, they're the big type of teeth. Whoa! And then I lay her down, softly avoiding her rashes. And then we make love in front of so many children on the beach. Whoa, we must make love on this beach, 'cause I actually live on this beach. I've committed so many crimes, mostly for killing stray dogs. It goes a via bubble, dia bubble, dia bubble, dia bubble, dia bubble, dia bubble, do. She's the ugliest girl on the beach. Yeah! Awesome, thank you guys. I'm gonna do one last thing, and then I'll get out of your hair. I know I told you I was gonna do characters, but I have an album coming out, and thank you. Yeah, my label, they keep bugging me. They're like, you gotta promote it, you gotta promote it. So okay. So I put together a medley, a few short snippets of some of the songs off the album, just to give you guys a taste. And it's a children's album. What, you don't trust me? No, it's a children's album. And so here's a quick medley of some of those tunes. The album is called Crucial Life Lessons for Young Kids. Thank you. When you're hanging out with your friends and you wanna play pretend, if you wanna be a man in space, you need a helmet on your face. But you don't need a real spacesuit. Any household item will do. So put a plastic bag on your head. Put a plastic bag on your head. Your mom and dad were joking when they said you're allergic to nuts. You are not allergic to nuts, no way. 'Cause no one is allergic to nuts, they made it up. So go ahead and eat some nuts. If there's duty in your pants, that's food. Don't read. Yeah. Don't read. Yeah. Light bulbs can go in the microwave. Light bulbs can go in the microwave. If you're angry and you're scared, hit your friend. Pour your milk on your dad's computer. Pour your milk on your dad's computer. Just do it, kid. Fuck it! I'm sure your dad will love it when you pour your milk on his brand new computer. Thank you so much. I'm Kyle Gordon. Thank you.